Yeah, that would be good. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We'll turn the microphone on and we'll try this again. Welcome everybody to the Western Trails Conference Championship game, the girls division championship game between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Kimball Longhorns. Just under 18 minutes left to go in the pregame warm-ups here as we get set for championship basketball action. The Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Kimball Longhorns set to tip off now in just about 17 minutes. Glad to have you along with us this afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. We've got the Twitter feed running. If you'd like to be a part of that, we'd certainly encourage you to fire off a tweet that includes the handle @SC Journal Star, and our search filter will pick that up. We'd love to know where you're watching from, who you're watching with, and who you're cheering for. And so get those on the way. We'll have that feed running through the pregame and at halftime as well. So we'll step aside briefly. We'll get the starting lineups for these two teams and be back with those starters and stat comparisons for these two ball clubs in just a bit here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2016. Give me just a minute to get. Running right out on the ragged edge here this afternoon as we get the broadcast going. 13 minutes left to go in the pregame warm-ups of this championship final between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Kimball Longhorns. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. First for the Kimball Longhorns, I believe they are the number 2 seed in the tournament here this year. They come into today's game with a season record of 17 wins and just 3 losses. They did defeat the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs a couple of weeks ago in Kimball. And so the Kimball Longhorns 17-3. Starters today for the Longhorns, number 1 is Madison Biesecker. She is a 5'8" senior. Madison averages 7 points and 4 rebounds per game. Number 10 is Erica McLeod. She is a 5'5" senior, averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds. Number 21 is Alex Reeder. She is a 5'8" sophomore, averaging 10 points and 4 rebounds. Number 23, Mariah Tyan, is a 5'8" senior, averaging 3 points and 4 rebounds. And number 25, Kate Reeder, a 5'10" freshman, averaging 11 points and 8 rebounds. Conspicuously absent from the Kimball Longhorn lineup today is the Longhorns' leading scorer, Danica Dom. She's a 6' senior. She is out. She was injured in yesterday's semifinal game. She is their leading scorer this season, 18 points and 8 rebounds per contest. Danica, of course, a 6' senior, and so she will be sorely missed today by this Kimball Longhorn squad. Certainly will change the face of the game here this afternoon. For the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs, they come into today's contest with an 11-7 record after the big win yesterday afternoon as they knocked off the top-seeded Hemingford Bobcats, handing them just their 2nd loss of the season. So a big, big day for the Mustangs yesterday. They come into today with hopes of taking home the conference championship. Starters today for the Mustangs, number 13, Josie Perez. She is a 5'7" junior. She leads the Mustangs in scoring with 26 points and 4 rebounds per game. Yesterday against the Hemingford Bobcats, Josie averaged right on her season average, 26 points. Number 21, Ashton Sassy, a 5'8" senior, averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds. Ashton nearly doubled her season production yesterday, 13 points for Ashton in the winning effort. Number 22, Carly Hinn, is a 5'11" junior, averaging 8 points and 9 rebounds per game for the Mustangs. Number 24, Kenna Campbell, a 5'8" junior, averaging 8 points and 6 rebounds per game. Kenna yesterday went off for a 22-point performance that really helped turn the tide for the Mustangs. Number 45 is Keely Campbell, a 6'1" senior. Keely averaging 4 points and 6 rebounds. Keely also had a great game. She scored 14 in the winning effort for the Mustangs. It was a high-scoring game, blew the light bulbs out of the scoreboard. The Mustangs won it 85-70. Everything they did turned to gold yesterday as they played lights out. If they can find a way to do that again today and put 2 in a row, they'll have a very good chance today of coming home with the championship. Let's compare these two teams season statistic-wise. Kimball with the advantage. They score 59 points per game. Mustangs just 55. The Mustangs shoot slightly better from the field at 39%. Kimball shooting 35%. Mustangs also with a slight edge in rebounding, 35 to 33 rebounds per game, and both teams very close. Mustangs with 14 steals and Kimball with 13 steals per game. So the Kimball Longhorns come in scoring slightly more, but shooting slightly lower field goal percentage. They are without their leading scorer, Danica Dom, the 6' senior here this afternoon. Just about 9 minutes to the tip-off of this girls' championship game from the Western Trails Conference Final. Gives us an opportunity to thank sponsors of today's action. The First National Bank of Gordon, Strong Insurance, Gordon, True Value, Gardner, Lautzenheiser and Ryan, PC, Hinn's Home Furnishings, Hinn's Hardware in Rushville, Grocery Mart of Gordon, Accountant Carol Child, Barb Share Real Estate, Sides and Milburn Ford, Essence, Modern Farm Equipment Company, and the Sheridan County Journal Star. And one programming note, of course, we forgot to make note of it yesterday, but these games do re-air on Great Plains Communications Channel 2. So if you're a Great Plains television subscriber up along Highway 20, make sure you tune in. These games, we don't have a schedule, but usually they air somewhere around that 7 to 8 o'clock time frame nightly. And so tune in, check your local listings, and catch the replay. And, of course, these replays also available anytime, anywhere, available through the links on our Sheridan County Journal Star website. You can go back and watch any of those games that you'd like. at a later time. Just under 8 minutes left to go in the pregame. We'll step aside after a word from Modern Farm Equipment Company, our excellent video sponsor here this season.
These are exciting times here at New Holland.
There you go. Oh, whoops. Now you have to run it again. That was my fault. Try that again. There we go. Okay.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
So let's get that Twitter feed up and running again here. Glad to have everyone along with us here this afternoon. We'd love to have you fire off a tweet for those of you who are Twitter users. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're watching with, who you're cheering for. Just include the handle at SC Journal Star. Our search will pick that up and we'll air those tweets during what's left of the pregame and during the halftime break. Mustangs back out onto the floor. Mustangs this afternoon wearing their all-white home uniforms, as the Mustangs will be the home team here this afternoon, having knocked off the top-seeded Hemmingford Bobcats yesterday. Final score of 80-70. And make sure you stay tuned immediately following the girls' championship game. The Gordon-Rushville Mustang boys will be taking on the Bridgeport Bulldogs in the boys' final. That tip-off set for 7:15 this evening. So thanks very much for joining us here this afternoon. 5.5 minutes left in the pregame. We'll step aside, we'll mute the sound, and be back with the introductions of the starting lineups in just a few minutes here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net, coverage of Mustang Basketball 2016. So while we've got a few minutes, about 4 minutes left, let's take a quick look at some of the highlights from yesterday's basketball action. We have several girls basketball highlights. I don't think we ended up saving any of the boys. The boys jumped out on top of Hemmingford early and never really looked back. It wasn't super exciting basketball, though it was extremely effective, and it's always fun to come out on top and victorious. But let's take a look at some of the action, some of the highlights from the girls' varsity action yesterday as the Mustangs upset the Hemmingford Bobcats. Lays it up, and she can't get it to fall. The rebound, and there's a block by Kenna Campbell. Mustangs come away with it. Nifty pass that time by Carly Hinn. Kenna Campbell down the floor, up no good. But there's a foul on Carly Hinn. This is Kelly Horstman, number 13, now into the game. And rebounded by the Mustangs. Quickly out ahead to Ashton Sassy. Over the top to Callie Schultz, but picked up. We'll catch a replay. Now she'll flip it back up top for Kenna Campbell. Long three-pointer by Kenna. It's good! That is an NBA distance three-pointer for Kenna. And huge points for the Mustangs, 68-54. Jumper won't go. Natalie Gasling is there to clean it up and puts it back for 2 Hemmingford points. Ashton Sassy dribbles through the pressure, dribbles through more pressure, shot up and good. So those were some of the highlights as the Mustangs had an outstanding day offensively, scoring 85 points, 30 points above their season scoring average as they rolled to the big win in the semifinals. Just about ready for the introductions of the starting lineups here. 2 minutes left on the pregame clock. Both teams finishing their pregame routines, and we are just about ready to go here. I am Clint Anderson, along with cameraman Jesse Moss and broadcast engineer extraordinaire Jacob Grover here this afternoon on the campus of Western Nebraska Community College from Cougar Palace. It's a great setting for this championship game here this afternoon. And we want to pass along congratulations to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs speech team. We pay an awful lot of attention to athletics these days, but equally as important in a well-rounded young person is the ability to speak in front of others, and the Gordon-Rushville Mustang speech team today came away with a victory at the Sheridan Invitational Speech Meet. So congratulations to Coach Muirhead and all of her charges there as they came home with the victory and the big trophy today in Sheridan. So congratulations to everyone on the Gordon-Rushville Mustang speech team. We'll turn it over now to the public address announcer for the introductions of the starting lineups.
Basketball tournament. Tonight's ball game between the Lady Mustangs from Gordon-Rushville and the Lady Longhorns from Kimball. On the scoreboard, the visiting team will be the Longhorns and the Mustangs will be the home team. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all rise, please? Pay your respects to the flag as we play the national anthem. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Lady Longhorns from Kimball. A 5'8" senior, number 1, Madison Beasecker. 5'5" senior, number 10, Erica McLeod. 5'8" sophomore, number 21, Alex Reeder. 5'8" senior, number 23, Mahira Ryan. 5'10" freshman, number 25, Kate Reeder. The head coach is Shawnee Patterson. He's assisted by Tiffany Johnson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for the Lady Mustangs from Gordon-Rushville. 5'7" is junior number 13, Josie Perez. 5'8" 21, Ashton Sassy. 5'11" is junior number 22, Carly Hinn. 5'10" is junior number 24, Kenna Campbell. 6' senior number 45, Keely Campbell. The head coach is Randy Holbert.
So there are the starting lineups for these two teams. We'll run through them quickly one more time. For the Kimball Longhorns, Madison Biesecker, Erica McLeod, Alex Reeder, Mariah Tyan, and Kate Reeder. For the Mustangs, Josie Perez, Ashton Sassy, Carly Hinn, Kenna Campbell, and Keely Campbell. And we mentioned it earlier, but it bears repeating, the Longhorns without their leading scorer, 6' senior Danica Dahm, 18 points and 8 rebounds per game. We certainly hate to see that, injured in yesterday's semifinal game. And so the Longhorns will be operating without their best player on the floor here this evening. Just underway, Kimball controls the opening tip, and away we go in this Western Trails Conference final game. There's a shot from the corner. That's tipped out of bounds. They're going to say off of the Mustangs. It'll stay with the Kimball Longhorns. Madison Biesecker on that shot. Couldn't get it to go, and so now she'll look to inbound it. They go inside for Kate Reeder. Her shot won't go. Kenna Campbell off to the races down the floor. Shot too hard off the glass. Carly Hinn with a rebound in the putback. Can't get it to fall. They kick it back out. Josie Perez, fall away jumper. Good. Mustangs on the board first. They lead it 2-0, under 7.5 to go in the first quarter. They go across to McLeod. Her three-pointer is short, and the Mustangs out on the run again. Josie Perez behind the defense. She is fouled, can't get the shot to go. But that'll be a foul on Alex Reeder. That'll be her first, and it puts Josie Perez at the free throw line. 2 shots for Josie. $7:12 to go. Mustangs up 2-0. Josie's first free throw, nothing but net. And one more free throw coming for the 5'7" junior. Second free throw rattles out, no good. They're going to say a violation as she stepped on the free throw line. Free throw was no good, won't count anyway. Mustangs lead it 3-0, 7:10 to go first quarter. So Biesecker sets it up. Mustangs in the 1-3-1 zone. They stuck in that zone the whole way yesterday. Into the corner for Reeder. Reeder's three-pointer won't go, and tipped out of bounds by Carly Hinn. Carly very close to coming over the back that time. Fortunately for her, no call. So Biesecker to inbound it. Gets it in to Reeder. Now McLeod, and back into the corner for Biesecker. She'll drive in, and she's going to get the shot to go, and she's fouled by Keely Campbell on the block. So Keely picks up her first. Biesecker with the basket and a chance for the three-point play and a chance to tie it up with 6:47 to go in the first quarter. Free throw is short off the front of the rim. Rebound controlled by Josie Perez, and the Mustangs on the run. Down low for Carly Hinn. Off glass and good. Carly Hinn doing a great job of running the floor that time. 6.5 to go first quarter. On the wing for Alex Reeder. Now into the corner for Kate Reeder. Kate Reeder finally going to drive baseline, cut off there, and up top, and nearly taken away by Josie Perez, but tipped out of bounds. Lost her feet and tipped it away. So Alex Reeder, number 21, is a 5'8" sophomore. Kate Reeder, a 5'10" freshman, both of them on the floor for the Longhorns. This is Alex Reeder with a three-pointer. That one's in and out, no good. McLeod with a rebound. The putback won't go. And that putback won't go either. Finally, the rebound cleared by Hinn. And a traveling call by Ashton Sassy as she tried to feed it inside. The Mustangs will turn it back over. So not nearly as sharp a start to today's game for the Mustangs as what they had yesterday, but that performance was going to be hard to duplicate. Now Alex Reeder out on the wing, back to Biesecker, and around to McLeod. High post for Kate Reeder. Now Alex Reeder, three-pointer. That's no good. McLeod with the rebound, The putback won't go, tipped out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball. And in the game down in Kimball a couple of weeks ago, the Kimball Longhorns were absolutely lights out from three-point land. They just wore the Mustangs out with the three-point shot. And they have started out much colder today than they were a couple of weeks ago. And there's a held ball as Kenna Campbell tried to drive down the lane and lost control of it. The Mustangs will maintain possession on the alternating possession arrow. 5 minutes, 29 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Over the top to Josie Perez. Thought about the three. Into the corner for Kenna Campbell. Her three is off the back iron and no good. But the Mustangs control the rebound. Josie Perez drives in, kicks it out, and a foul is going to be called on the Kimball Longhorns. Give that foul to Erica McLeod, and that'll be her first. Second team foul on the Longhorns. They swing it around. Kenna Campbell puts up the off balance. No, she didn't. That was a pass for Ashton Sassy. Ashton went up to get that ball. Alex Reeder undercut her, and when she came down, they call Ashton Sassy for the foul. So not really sure how that works, but Ashton picks up the foul nonetheless. That's how it is, and we move on. 2 fouls apiece now. 5:08 to go in the first quarter. Biesecker into the corner for Kate Reeder. Reeder looks. Finally, she'll put up the three-pointer. That one is well short, and the Mustangs on the run again. 2-on-1. Josie Perez drives in around the defender, off the glass and good. Josie Perez with 5 points in the early going. Mustangs lead at 7-2. 4:45 to go in the first. Kate Reeder hands it off to Alex Reeder. Pull-up jumper. That one is good. Alex Reeder on the board for the first time today. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Into the corner for Carly Hinn. A little flip past Ashton Sassy, and Ashton was headed back down towards the basket. Sails out of bounds, and the Mustangs turn it over again. The Mustangs lacking some of the intensity that they had yesterday. See if they can't capture that again at some point here in this first quarter. Skip pass across to McLeod. Now back across to Alex Reeder, into the corner for Kate Reeder. She'll put it on the floor and kick it out to Biesecker. She'll drive into the lane, and that shot won't go. Rebounded by Ashton Sassy. Ashton quickly ahead to Josie Perez. Able to maintain possession. Shot won't go, but Josie will head back to the free throw line again for 2. That is the second on Erica McLeod. And Josie Perez, who is 1 for 2 from the line today, will have 2 more tries at it here. The first one is good. So McLeod comes out and didn't get a good look at who that was that came into the game. May have been Kaylee Dickerson, number 11, as the second free throw by Josie Perez. She stepped over the line again, so that one won't count. And the score remains 8-4. So it is indeed Kaylee Dickerson, number 11, into the game for Erica McLeod. McLeod heads to the bench with the 2 fouls. Alex Reeder with a long three-pointer. That one's no good. Rebounded by Carly Hinn. Mustangs quickly up the floor again. They love to run. Ashton Sassy kicks it back out for Kenna Campbell. She'll drive into the lane. Fouled, and Kenna Campbell will head to the line. So the Mustangs doing a great job of driving into the lane. And a big part of that is the absence of Danica Dahm. There's really no fear, not like there used to be, of driving into that paint against the Kimball Longhorns. The first one by Kenna Campbell is good. Kenna's second. That one's off the back iron and no good. Ball loose on the floor, but Alex Reeder will come out of there with it. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Mustangs lead it by 5. Biesecker on the wing. Now Kate Reeder in the corner and back up to Biesecker at the top of the key. She'll work to her left. Now reverses course. Comes back and finds Alex Reeder. Now back to Biesecker. She'll drive into the block. That shot is no good. Kate Reeder there with the rebound and the putback. 3 minutes on the dot left to go in this first quarter. Josie Perez works on the left wing, drives to the baseline, leaves it for Keely Campbell. Her shot is up, but Keely is fouled. So the Mustangs shooting a ton of free throws already in this game. They give that foul to Kate Reeder, and that is her second. Keely's first shot is no good. Ashton Sassy will get a breather. Callie Schultz into the game for the Mustangs. 2:52 to go in the first quarter. Second free throw by Keely is up, and it is good. And the Mustangs extend their lead to 10-6. Biesecker sets it up against the Mustangs, 1-3-1. Cross to Alex Reeder. Now she's working on the left wing. Biesecker for three, and that one is good. Madison Biesecker with 5 points, and that pulls it back to a 1-point game. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Perez goes down low for Hinn. Turnaround jumper in traffic. That won't go, and the rebound cleared by Alex Reeder. So a chance for Kimball to take the first lead of the game, or their first lead of the game, as we work down towards the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Alex Reeder across to Biesecker. She'll put up the three. That one misses wildly. And the Mustangs quickly up the floor. Carly Hinn on the baseline. Up top for Schultz. Free throw line jumper. That one is short off the front of the rim. And Kimball will take their time, bringing it back up the floor. Biesecker crosses the timeline. On the wing for Alex Reeder. Biesecker and back to Reeder. That one is no good. The rebound cleared by Kenna Campbell this time. Ahead to Josie Perez. Josie, a little bit of contact, but lost the basketball. As this reffing crew is letting them play, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're allowing a lot of contact. A 1:20 left to go first quarter. The Mustangs lead it by 1. Kate Reeder inside for Tyen. She is fouled by Carly Hinn. So Mariah Tyen will get a pair of free throws. First one falls off no good. And Ashton Sassy back into the game as Carly Hinn heads to the bench. Tyen lines up her second. 1:16 to go in the first quarter. And the second free throw is good. Campbell leaves it for Sassy. Sassy into the corner for Perez. They go inside for Kenna Campbell. Good defense that time, taken away. And a tie-up called, and it'll be Kimball basketball. 1:05 left to go. We are tied at 10. Mustangs jumped out to the quick 5-0 lead, but haven't been able to keep the pace. Let's skip it across to Biesecker. She'll tee it up for three. That one is no good. Kate Reeder with the rebound and the putback. And for the first time today, Kimball out in front, 12-10 with 45 seconds to go in the first. On the baseline for Ashton Sassy. Back to Perez. Sassy spots up in the corner, wanting that three. She lets it fly. Good! Ashton Sassy for three. Mustangs back in front, 13-12 with 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And a traveling call against Alex Reeder, trying to diagnose what was going on, and one too many steps. So the Mustangs with a chance to take the last shot of this first quarter. They lead it by 1. Callie Schultz back out. Carly Hinn back in for a little bit. Trying to get 2 more points on the board before the end of this first quarter. Under 20 to go. Kenna Campbell will drive to the baseline, spin move, kicks it back out for Hinn. Back down inside for Kenna. Her shot partially blocked, and then Keely Campbell is going to be called for coming over the back. And that's the second on Keely Campbell. So 9.7 seconds left in this first quarter. Alex Reeder has it. 7 seconds, crosses the timeline. Biesecker pulls up for the 3, shot up, and that's off the front of the rim, no good. So at the end of the first, the Mustangs lead it by 1, 13-12.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
Fellas, Valentine's Day is a week from tomorrow. If you're a last-minute shopper, make sure you go to Essence in downtown Gordon. They've got a great variety of unique items and a super selection of wines. And, of course, they've got Valentine's Day specials. They've got a dozen rose vase special for just $50. They'll be open the 13th and the 14th. On the 14th, they'll be open from 9 to 1. They will not be delivering that day. But stop in downtown Gordon. The good folks at Essence will take great care of you and your sweetheart for Valentine's Day. Ready to get the second quarter underway. Mustangs lead it by 1. Keely Campbell for the Mustangs with 2 fouls. Kate Reeder and Erica McLeod both with 2 fouls for the Kimball Longhorns. Ashton Sassy, 3-pointer from the baseline. That one won't go. And it's Biesecker who comes out of there with the rebound. Ashton nearly got the steal that time, and then a foul called against Josie Perez as she ran into the Kimball Longhorn there, and so that'll be Josie's first. 5th team foul on the Mustangs. 5 fouls for each team. Alex Reeder drives into the lane, puts up the shot. That won't go. Carly Hinn clears the rebound. Kenna Campbell on the run. Drives down the lane, kicks it out. Perez back out to Kenna Campbell, drives baseline. Underneath, Keely Campbell off the glass and good. Great ball movement that time by the Mustangs. 7:20 to go. They lead it by 3. Here's Reeder on the wing. High post for Kate Reeder. Out to Biesecker. She'll work down the lane. That is blocked by Kenna Campbell. Nice job by Kenna Campbell that time. Josie Perez with the nifty move, up and good for 2 more. She's got 8 points in the early going here. 6:56 to go in the second quarter, and the Mustangs back to a 5-point lead. That equals their biggest lead of the game since it was 5-0. They work it inside for Kate Reeder. Now they'll kick it back out for Biesecker from the top of the key. That's tipped out of bounds by Keely Campbell. It'll stay with the Kimball Longhorns. Schultz in and Sassy back out. They come over the top to Alex Reeder. McLeod back to Reeder, and now a foul is going to be called. Josie Perez, I believe, just picked up her 2nd foul. The Mustangs certainly don't like to have Josie in foul trouble. Leading scorer, averages 26 points a game. 6:35 to go, second quarter. Over the top to Tyan. Now she'll pull it back out and hand it off to Biesecker. Biesecker will dribble up between the circles. Goes high post for Kate Reeder. She'll drive down. Nice little look, but she can't finish it. And quickly out ahead to the Mustangs on the run. Josie Perez weaves through traffic, lays it up and good. She is a wizard on the dribble. And now it's a 7-point Mustang advantage with 6:05 to go in the second quarter. Alex Reeder has the basketball. Long 3-pointer for Alex Reeder. That one is too short, but the long rebound comes out to Biesecker. So the Longhorns extend the possession. Biesecker wanted that 3, but had to pass on it. Now into the corner for McLeod. Back up to Alex Reeder. Kicks it over to Biesecker. 3-pointer is good. She is a sniper from out there. Cuts the lead back to 4 with 5.5 to go before the half. Into the corner for Schultz and back up to Kenna Campbell. Now back to Schultz. She works it inside for Carly Hinn. Turnaround jumper, and she is fouled. That may be the third foul on Kate Reeder. That is the third foul on Kate Reeder, and the 5'10 freshman will probably have to head to the bench. So it puts Carly Hinn at the free throw line for 2. First one is no good. So Kate Reeder comes out, and in to take her place, he is number 32. That's Shantae Daly, a 5'10" junior. Mustangs shooting just under 50%, and that one missed everything. Kimball basketball with 5:18 to go in the first quarter. So Biesecker sets it up into the corner for McLeod. Back up top for Alex Reeder now between the circles. And now back into the corner for Biesecker. Biesecker will dribble up, skip it across to Alex Reeder. And a timeout called by the Kimball Longhorns. 4 minutes, 53 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And Sides in Milburn Ford has a 2010 Ford Escape. It's an XLT 4x4. It's got a power driver's seat, a V6 engine, automatic transmission, and this thing only has 91,000 miles. Get this locally owned vehicle for only $9,900 at Sides in Milburn Ford in Rushville. Sounds like an outstanding college vehicle to me. If you've got a student getting ready to take off for school next fall, that sounds like an outstanding outfit to have them taken off in. Stop in and see Chris Heiser, Sides in Milburn Ford in Rushville. 4 minutes, 53 seconds left to go in the first half. The Mustangs lead it by 4. Madison Biesecker will set it up for the Kimball Longhorns. Dribbles over to the right wing and back across to Alex Reeder. She puts up the three-pointer. That won't go, but there's the rebound and the putback that time by Shantae Daly. And it cuts the lead back to 2. And now Josie Perez into the corner for Kenna Campbell. Lets it go for 3. Good! Kenna Campbell. She's got 4 points and pushes the lead back to 5 with 4:20 to go. Biesecker now works to the left, back to Alex Reeder, and she traveled. And it looks like the offensive philosophy of the Kimball Longhorns is to play catch out there between Reeder and Biesecker until one of them has an open look at a 3, crash the boards if they miss, and try to convert on some second chance points. Now Kimball's going to switch into a zone as there's a three-pointer on the way by Josie Perez, and that's a good way to get him out of a zone defense in a hurry. 25-17. It's now an 8-point lead, the biggest of the game for the Mustangs. Just under 4 minutes to go in the half. Across to McLeod. Into the corner for Tyan. She'll dribble up to the top and across to Biesecker. Has it tipped by Ashton Sassy. And now back to Tyan on the wing. And Biesecker now, she'll pull it back. Kimball in no hurry on offense here. Across to Biesecker. She'll drive in. Pull-up jumper. Falls off no good. Rebounded by Josie Perez. Perez quickly up the left side. No advantage. She'll back it off. And the Mustangs set the offense. Into the corner for Ashton Sassy. Three-pointer. Good! Ashton Sassy with another one. 6 points on a pair of three-pointers for Ashton Sassy. And a full timeout called by the Kimball Longhorns with 3 minutes and 17 seconds left to go before halftime.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
And if you didn't know, tax season is here, everybody. Accountant Carol Child is your one-stop source for all your accounting, tax needs, and a whole lot more. You can find her at 216 South Main Street in Gordon, and it pays to have an accountant on your side. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the second quarter. The Mustangs lead at 28-17. There's a runner in the lane that won't go, and rebounded by Carly Hinn. Mustangs on the run again. Perez down the far side. Back to Kenna Campbell, three-pointer up, and that one is short, misses everything. Saved back in by Ashton Sassy, and the Mustangs back to work. Perez drives into the lane, off the glass, and good. Josie Perez with 15 points in this first half, and the Mustangs on a big run here. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. Alex Reeder, long three-pointer. That one won't go. The rebound and the putback by Madison Biesecker. 30-19, 2:25 to go before the half. Mustangs by 11. Now Kenna Campbell will work to her left in between the circles. Back to Josie Perez. Mustangs not doing a whole lot of moving as now Kimball back into the man-to-man after they got burned on the zone defense by the deep ball. Keely Campbell, her shot up, short off the front of the rim, but Keely gets her own rebound and tips it back out to Kenna Campbell. Ashton Sassy not ready for that pass. But quick reflexes, gathers it back up. Now she'll bring it up between the circles with 1:50 to go. High post for Keely Campbell. Looks down low, has that slapped away, but Carly Hinn recovers it. And now Josie Perez has it. Perez works against McLeod. Pick and roll. Carly Hinn can't get it to fall, and then Carly's finally going to be fouled. That'll be Erica McLeod, and that should be her third. So 3 fouls on Erica McLeod, 3 also on Kate Reeder. So 2 of the Kimball starters with 3 fouls apiece. First free throw by Carly Hinn falls off. It's no good. Carly now 0 for 3 on the day from the free throw line. Rianne Ferguson in, along with Callie Schultz, as Perez and Keely Campbell head to the bench. 1:34 to go in the second quarter. Carly Hinn's free throw is good. The bank is open for Carly that time. 31-19 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go in this first half. Girls championship action, Western Trails Conference title game. Biesecker back to Tyan, down low. This is Dickerson and back to Tyan. Biesecker will work over towards the right wing, tries to dribble in, loses the handle, and then kicks it out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball with 1:08 left to go in the second quarter, and now Kimball's going to try and apply some full court pressure. Mustangs get it in, and Kenna Campbell will bring it up the floor. 1 minute left in this first half. Kenna drives in, she's fouled. Kenna goes to the free throw line. 2 shots for Kenna. That is called on Madison Biesecker, and that is her first. Kenna was 10 for 10 from the free throw line yesterday. A perfect day from the line for her. That one is off the mark. I need to quit bragging on her. She's 1 for 3 today. 59.3 seconds left to go in this first half. Kenna lines up the second. That one's short off the front of the rim. And Kimball has it now with under a minute to go. Alex Reeder into the corner for Biesecker and back to Alex Reeder. Reeder drives in over the head of Dickerson and out of bounds. So the Mustangs will get it back with 43 seconds left to go in the half. And we'll see what Gordon-Rushville decides to do here, if they'll hold for the last shot or not. Schultz and Ferguson head to the bench. Perez and Keely Campbell back into the game. Ashton Sassy works off of the dribble. Now she'll kick it out for Carly Hinn. Back into the corner for Sassy. Sassy drives in. And then she'll find Carly Hinn down low. Carly off the glass but can't get it to fall. Out of bounds, Mustang basketball. Madison Biesecker let that go. She thought it was off of one of the Mustangs. Instead, They'll give it back to Gordon-Rushville with 21.8 seconds left. Lots of time for the Mustangs to work here. Perez over the top, gets it into Sassy. Back into the corner for Perez. Three-pointer on its way. That one is short, and the rebound cleared by Biesecker with 15 to go. Biesecker up the floor. A little stop and go. Now she kicks it up top. Alex Reeder wide open from the top of the key. That one won't go. And a foul is called. I believe we got Kenna Campbell. And that'll be free throws for the Longhorns. It is Kenna. That is her first. And it will put Mariah Tyan at the free throw line. She is 1 for 2 today from the line. 3.5 seconds left. That free throw is no good. 1 second left. Perez gives it the heave. Oh, almost. That was as close as you're going to get. At the half, the Mustangs lead this one 31-19.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
So let's take a look at some unofficial halftime scoring totals for the Mustangs. Leading the way, Josie Perez with 15 points. Ashton Sassy has 6. Kenna Campbell has 4. Carly Hinn and Keely Campbell each with 3 points apiece. For the Kimball Longhorns, Madison Biesecker has 10. Kate Reeder with 4. Shantae Daly and Alex Reeder each with 2, and Mariah Tyan with 1. Fouls, the big story in that first half, as 2 Kimball starters with 3 fouls apiece forced them to the bench to spend significant time not on the court. Kate Reeder and Erica McLeod each with 3 fouls apiece. Alex Reeder and Madison Biesecker each with 1. For the Mustangs, Josie Perez and Keely Campbell each with 2 fouls. Ashton Sassy, Carly Hinn, and Kenna Campbell each with 1. Did you know that Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? They represent a variety of insurance companies, and they sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of their clients. As an independent agent, they review many quotes and they offer their clients the best policy options available. They don't work for any one insurance company. They work for you at Strong Insurance in downtown Gordon. The CPA firm of Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan, PC, wishes the Mustangs good luck this season. Stop in and visit with Sarah Ritgarn. She is a CPA in the Gordon office, and you can find her at 106 North Main Street. Stop in and talk to Sarah for all of your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Go Mustangs! And whether you're looking to melt some ice or go fishing on it, Gordon True Value will be happy to get you fixed up with whatever it is that you need. Stop in and see Buck and the gang at Gordon True Value in downtown Gordon. Hinn's Hardware in Rushville has a huge selection of items, and that includes cookware, appliances, tools, and toys, and that includes bikes and ride-on toys. It's getting closer. It may not necessarily feel like it, but we're getting a lot closer to bike riding time, and they've got an outstanding selection of bicycles of every color, shape, and size at Hinn's Hardware in Rushville. A Grocery Mart in Gordon is your full-service grocery store, and they have that personal hometown atmosphere that everybody loves at the Gordon Grocery Mart. Are you looking to buy or sell real estate in the Panhandle? Give Barb Scher a call at 282-1516, or you can check out all of her listings on her website at scherrealestate.com. That's SCHAER realestate.com. And of course, the Sheridan County Journal Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. And the Journal Star is available as an online edition. If you found your way to watching this broadcast on our website, you're halfway there. Just slip on over to the subscriptions tab and check it out. Get the Sheridan County Journal Star anytime, anywhere at your fingertips on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, whatever it is. Stay in tune with all the goings on in Sheridan County. Sheridan County Journal Star.net/subscriptions. Just over 6 minutes left to go in the halftime break. Mustangs out in front 31-19. We'll step aside and we'll be back with the second half in just a minute here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net. Three minutes and 30 seconds left to go before the start of the third quarter. Mustangs out in front 31-19. We do have the Twitter feed up and running for this last few minutes of the halftime break. We've got some new tweets coming in. I'm glad to share those with you. And somebody out there paying attention and with bears repeating again, a big shout out to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs speech team, champions of the Shadron Invitational Speech Meet today. Congratulations to Mrs. Muirhead and all the kids for their great hard work today. Just under 3 minutes left in the halftime break. The Mustangs excited, anxious, ready to get things going. Most of them already back over on the bench and ready to get this second half underway. Mustangs not nearly as sharp coming out today in this first half as they were yesterday. It's extremely hard to maintain that kind of intensity 2 days in a row, and they may be feeling a little bit of a hangover after the big win after knocking off the top-seeded Bobcats yesterday. Let's take a quick look at those halftime scoring totals again in case you missed them. Josie Perez with 15 points in the first half to lead all scorers. Ashton Sassy with 6, Kenna Campbell with 4, Carly Hinn and Keely Campbell each with 3 points for the Mustangs. For the Kimball Longhorns, it's Madison Biesecker leading the way with 10 points. She has a pair of 3-pointers. Kate Reeder has 4. Alex Reeder and Shantae Daly with 2, and Mariah Tyan with 1. 3 fouls, though, for Erica McLeod and for Kate Reeder for the Kimball Longhorns. Josie Perez, the only Mustang with more than 1 foul. She's got 2 of them, She and Keely Campbell each with 2 fouls. Carly Hinn, Kenna Campbell, and Ashton Sassy each with 1 foul apiece. The clock winding its way down as we get ready to start the second half of this girls championship game, Western Trails Conference Tournament from Cougar Palace on the campus of Western Nebraska Community College here in Scottsbluff. It's an outstanding venue for such an important game and makes it feel extra special being down here at the Cougar Palace in Scottsbluff. Under a minute now, the clock winding down on its way towards the start of the third quarter. Glad to have you along with us here this afternoon. And make sure you stay tuned. The boys championship final coming up immediately following this game, and that'll feature the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs against the Bridgeport Bulldogs. That should be an outstanding game as well. Bridgeport is an outstanding team, and they'll give the Mustangs everything they can handle this evening. Hope you'll stick around and join us for all of that. The Mustangs ready to go to work. Kimball will have the basketball to start the third quarter. The Mustangs made a little bit of a run in the later stages of that second quarter to pull away. The Kimball Longhorns had kept it pretty close. But as it stands right now, it's a 12-point lead for the Mustangs at 31-19 as we get ready to start the second half. And Jacob Grover, broadcast engineer, doing a great job clearing off the Twitter feed as we get ready to start the third quarter. I am Clint Anderson along with Jacob Grover and Jesse Moss, our cameraman. Glad to bring you some outstanding basketball action here today. We do apologize. We got some folks standing on the walkway down in front of us, and that does cause some problems for your viewing at home, but nothing we can really do about that at this point. Kate Reeder's going to be fouled by Keely Campbell, and that'll be her third foul. So that'll put Kate Reeder at the line for the first time this evening. She's got 4 points on the afternoon. First free throw is good. Kate Reeder, the 5'10 freshman, averages 11 points per game. She's got 5 so far, and make that 6. Just underway in the third quarter, and a 10-point ball game. Man-to-man defense by the Kimball Longhorns to start this third quarter. Perez out to Carly Hinn. Carly skip pass into the corner for Ashton Sassy. They go inside for Kenna Campbell. She's triple teamed, shovels it back out to Sassy. Three-pointer in and out, no good. And the rebound cleared by Kate Reeder. Biesecker sets it up and across to Erica McLeod. They go high post for Alex Reeder. Back out to Biesecker. Three-pointer missed everything. That's out of bounds off of Kate Reeder. Mustang basketball with 7:04 to go. Third quarter. And Josie Perez brings it up the floor. The Mustangs go back to work against this man-to-man defense. They tried to go inside to Carly Hinn, but it's tipped back out. Josie drives into the lane, and that's taken away. Here's Alex Reeder with the free run to the basket. Reeder is going to be fouled. Kenna Campbell will commit the foul and send Alex Reeder to the free throw line. First time that Alex Reeder has been to the free throw line this evening. And the first one is good. .6:44 to go, third quarter. 9-point game, and now it's 8. So 4 straight points to start the third quarter for the Kimball Longhorns. And the Mustangs desperately searching, trying to find some intensity. And Coach Randy Holbert wants to talk it over. He's going to take a full timeout. We'll take it with him here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang basketball 2016.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
proudly celebrating over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. That is the First National Bank in Gordon. So after the timeout, the Mustangs back out onto the floor. They've seen their 12-point lead trimmed to 8 to start this third quarter. And now full court man-to-man pressure by the Longhorns. They'll hand it back off to Kenna Campbell, and she'll go to work. Wearing that white headband, heads to the baseline, cut off, tries to get it to Keely Campbell, but it's tipped out of bounds by one of the Longhorns. It'll be Mustang basketball. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Josie Perez has it, will dribble out between the circles, and the Mustangs set it up. Perez looks inside for Hen, but that's tipped away. Good defense that time by Kimball. Somebody got a hand in the passing lane and tipped it out of bounds. Perez takes the inbounds pass, drives into the lane, tries to look down low. Keely Campbell nearly picked up a foul there, but no call. Biesecker comes away with it, and Kimball with a chance to chip away at that lead a little bit more. McLeod, high post. Now they'll kick it out. Kate Reeder, three-pointer. That one is short, and the rebound controlled by Ashton Sassy. Kenna Campbell down the floor. Drives in, shot up, and a blocking foul called on the Kimball Longhorns. Can't see who that is. I think that's Alex Reeder. It is Alex Reeder, and that'll be her second. Kenna Campbell back to the line for 2 shots. Kenna just 1 for 4 today after going 10 for 10 last night. First one is good. .553 left to go in the third quarter. Kenna lines up the second free throw and lets it go. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped around and controlled by the Longhorns. Kate Reeder quickly up the floor, tried to get it ahead to Tyen. Couldn't handle the pass, and it's out of bounds. They'll give it right back to the Mustangs with 5:43 to go in the third quarter. Mustang lead is 9. They trailed briefly at 12 to 10, but other than that, they've led the whole way. Inside for Kenna Campbell, turnaround jumper on the block, count the basket, and 1 free throw coming for young Kenna Campbell. Official with some words for one of the Longhorn players. Didn't see who they called that on. That was Mariah Tyen. That'll be her first. And Kenna Campbell with the basket and a chance for one more. The free throw is up, and that's short off the front of the rim. Keely Campbell with the rebound and the putback. That is good. 36-23, 5:22 left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs lead back to 13, the biggest of the game. Over the top for Alex Reeder. Corner for Biesecker. Looks inside, now she'll skip it across to McLeod, just inside the three-point line. Rattles that one home for 2. Erica McLeod with her first points of the game. 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Sassy to Hen on the wing. Hen drives down to the baseline. Cut off there. Finds Josie Perez cutting to the hoop. Up and good. 17 for Josie Perez. 4:42 left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs showing signs of life here. And there's a block by Kenna Campbell. Catch a replay on that, Jacob. Josie Perez the other way. She is fouled. Madison Biesecker will pick up her second foul. But the big block started it all by Kenna Campbell at the other end. So Josie back to the free throw line for 2 free throws. 4 minutes, 30 seconds on the dot. And now the officials are going to talk this over. I'm not sure what the question. They're giving some words to one of the students. I think it's a Kimball student behind the basket. And letting them know in no uncertain terms that whatever it was is not going to be tolerated. The first shot by Perez is no good. And now one more. And now they're going to ask that this student be removed, I think, as Mr. Hanks is headed over to have a word with him. So the second free throw is good. And now the lead is 14 with 4:27 to go in the third quarter. McLeod, high post for Alex Reeder. Kate Reeder cut off at the baseline and back up top. They'll swing it across to Biesecker. Biesecker drives in, puts up the shot in the lane. That won't go. Tipped out of bounds. Which way is it going? Mustang basketball. No, they're going to say Kimball basketball. Kimball maintains possession. 4:09 to go in the third quarter. Over the top, they get it into Tyan. That's blocked by Josie Perez with the block that time. Kenna now with it, leaves it for Carly Hinn. Carly puts it on the floor, and now out to Kenna Campbell, and back to Josie Perez. Josie sets it up. Over the top, they go down low for Kenna Campbell. Turnaround jumper, that one won't quite go. Tipped out of bounds, should be Mustang basketball, and it is. Kenna reached in and slapped that off of a Kimball Longhorn and out of bounds. 3:45 to go, third quarter. Josie Perez, three-pointer off the inbounds, good! Now they're going to say she had a foot on the line. Two-pointer for Josie. And the lead has grown to 16. Kate Reeder tries to go down low, but that's tipped out of bounds by Carly Hinn. It'll stay with the Longhorns. They get it inside to Tyan. She'll kick it out. Alex Reeder, three-pointer. That one rolls around and somehow falls out of there. Carly Hinn controls the rebound, and the Mustangs on the run. Perez down low for Ashton Sassy. Evades the defender, puts it up, and good. She's got 8 points on the evening. 3:10 to go. And the Mustangs starting to put the hammer down. Ashton Sassy knows it. She reached in that time, and she's called for her second foul. Kate Reeder, they swing it around to McLeod. Into the corner for Biesecker. That may have been partially blocked, and it was by Carly Hinn, who came rushing out there. Got a piece of it and knocked it out of bounds. 3 minutes left to go in this third quarter, 43-25. Mustangs with the lead over the top to Tyan. McLeod will try the three. That one is short, and the rebound controlled by the Longhorns. Alex Reeder pulls it out. She'll try the three-pointer, and that one is good. Alex Reeder for three. 2:40 to go in the third quarter. Kenna Campbell between the circles. Thought about the long three-pointer. She hit an NBA distance one yesterday. Thought better of it this time. Now Josie Perez drives baseline, puts up the shot. No call. But Carly Hinn is there to clean it up and knock it down. She's got 5 points. 45-28. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to go, third quarter. Mustangs have been in that 1-3-1 zone the whole way. Long three-pointer by Alex Reeder, and that one won't go. They get it out quickly to Josie Perez, and then Alex Reeder is called for her third foul. And that is the fourth foul on the Longhorns in this half. Mustangs with 3. 2:05 to go, third quarter. Sassy on the wing, back up to Perez. Good, tight man-to-man defense now being played, and a double dribble called on Josie Perez. Not happy with herself that time as she turns it over. Now Ashton Sassy's going to come up and provide a little bit of full court pressure. Kate Reeder brings it across the timeline. Kimball sets it up with 1:50 to go in the third quarter. And you watch the body language of these Kimball Longhorns, and they're not feeling so good about things at the moment. Into the corner for, try to get it. That was Alex Reeder on the shot. It's no good. Tipped out of bounds by the Mustangs. 1:34 to go, third quarter. Extremely disappointing that Danica Dahm, the 6-foot senior, had to miss today's game. We certainly hope she's not out for an extended period of time as we get close to district action. There's a heads-up play by Madison Biesecker. Mustangs all facing away from her. She banks that off the back of one of them and catches it on the inbounds and then is fouled. And that'll be the 4th foul on Keely Campbell. Madison Biesecker will head to the free throw line. First one is good. So Keely will have to head to the bench. Ashton Sassy back in to replace her with 1:33 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Second free throw is off the mark. And here come the Mustangs. Ashton Sassy switches hands, crosses the timeline. And they go to work on offense. Man-to-man defense now. Breanne Ferguson into the game for the Mustangs. Down low, tried to get it to Carly Hinn, but that's taken away by Tyan. Ahead to Tyan on the break. Her shot too hard. Now here come the Mustangs the other way. 2-on-1. Josie Perez and a traveling call. They'll say that Josie traveled with it. A big step that time as she tried to get to the basket, and they'll turn it back over with 1:06 to go, 3rd quarter. Pace of the scoring has really slowed down in this last half of the 3rd quarter. There's a long 3-pointer by Alex Reeder that won't go, but Kate Reeder with the rebound and the putback, her first field goal of the 2nd half. Pulls the Longhorns back within 14. 38 seconds for the Mustangs to work. Carly Hinn has it out on the wing. Gets it to Josie Perez. Josie tries to dribble through traffic and has it taken away. Longhorns have put Madison Biesecker on Josie Perez, trying to play her super tight man-to-man defense, and the last couple of minutes it's worked well. Biesecker's 3 won't go. Kate Reeder, offensive foul called against Kate Reeder, and that'll be her 4th. Kate Reeder was trying to create some room to work down on the baseline, and a technical foul now called against the Kimball bench. So free throws for the Mustangs on the technical foul. So it was a difficult call. The official thought that Reeder had used an elbow and a forearm to push off a little more than she ought to. Mustangs had her trapped right down on the baseline. And so the 2 shots on the technical foul will be taken by Josie Perez. She makes the first. There'll be 2 shots and the ball out of bounds for the Mustangs with 13.4 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter. And the second one falls off no good. And now the scorer's table wants the official to come over, and they got a question. Well, they get that ironed out. Mustangs ready to get this inbound play running. 15-point lead with 13 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Official reminding Madison Biesecker she can't cross the sideline. Over the top to Ashton Sassy, takes the inbounds pass to Ferguson, back to Sassy, long 3-pointer. That one's off the back iron and no good. Carly Hinn hits the deck. Kate Reeder brings it all the way down, tries to make a pass, and time will run out on the 3rd quarter. The Mustangs with the 15-point lead as we head to the 4th, 46-31.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
So say thanks to sponsors of today's basketball action. the First National Bank of Gordon, Strong Insurance, Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan, PC, Gordon True Value, Hins Home Furnishings, Hins Hardware in Rushville, Grocery Mart in Gordon, Accountant Carol Child, Barb Share Real Estate, Sides in Milburn Ford, Essence, Modern Farm Equipment, and the Sheridan County Journal Star. 8 minutes away and a 15-point lead for the Mustangs as they try to close out this game and take home the Western Trails Conference Championship trophy. Kenna Campbell sets it up between the circles, gives it off to Josie Perez. Josie directs a little bit of traffic, and she'll toss it out to Ashton Sassy. High post for Carly Hinn. Down low for Kenna Campbell. Shot off glass and good. Kenna's got 9 points today, 1 off of her season average. 7.5 to go, fourth quarter. Now they've got Josie Perez playing the point on that 1-3-1 zone. Over the top to B. Secker, back to Alex Reeder. That one is short, rebounded by Carly Hinn. Hands it off to Ashton Sassy, and the Mustangs quickly up the floor. Sassy works against Alex Reeder. Now she's picked up her dribble, she's in trouble, but Carly Hinn comes up, bails her out. They'll get it back to Josie Perez, who works against Madison Biesecker. Under 7 to go. Pick provided by Carly Hinn. They flip it out to Kenna Campbell. Now back out to Carly Hinn on the wing. Hinn will drive to the corner, works it inside for Kenna Campbell. That shot a little bit too strong. Out of bounds off of Alex Reeder. Rayanne Ferguson battling for that rebound as Reeder tipped it out. 6:41 to go, fourth quarter. Kenna Campbell over the top to Josie Perez. Perez will back it out. Now she'll get a pick from Hinn. And back up to Sassy between the circles. Hinn at the high post, looks, turns, faces up. Now she'll kick it back out, needs to get rid of it. Now she does to Ferguson, back to Hinn. Hinn with a couple of dribbles, hands it off to Ashton Sassy. So good defense here by the Longhorns, but even better patience by the Mustangs. And now we're going to have a hand check called against one of the Longhorns. That'll be against Erica McLeod, and that'll be her fourth. And a timeout called by the Mustangs. Full 1 minute timeout. We'll take it with them here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2016.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
Did you know that Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? They represent a variety of insurance companies, and they sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of their clients. As an independent agent, they review many quotes, and they offer their clients the best policy options available. They don't work for any one insurance company. They work for you at Strong Insurance in downtown Gordon. 6:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mustangs trying to salt this one away. Perez works to the wing, picks up her dribble, and now she'll get it to Carly Hinn, works it inside to Kenna Campbell, turnaround jumper, that one won't go. Rebound by Kate Reeder. Alex Reeder quickly up the left side, now accelerates to the baseline, and a foul called against, I think that's Kenna Campbell, couldn't see exactly. Nope, they're going to give that to Rayanne Ferguson, and that'll be her first. The fifth team foul on the Mustangs, 6 on the Longhorns. Three-pointer won't go, rebounded by Biesecker. Cross to McLeod, back into the corner for Alex Reeder. She'll try it again. Same result. This time it's pulled down by Ashton Sassy. Quickly ahead to Josie Perez, up and good. Perez with 2 more, 5.5 to go now. 50-31 is the Mustang lead. Dickerson, they'll swing it around now into the corner for McLeod. Her 3-pointer is off the back iron and no good. Tipped out of bounds off of Ashton Sassy, I believe. And it will be Kimball Longhorn basketball with 5:13 to go in the 4th quarter. Kate Reeder works inside over the top and puts that one in. Good move that time by the freshman. 5 minutes left. Kenna Campbell crosses the timeline. Get it to Ashton Sassy. Sassy picks up her dribble, and now she'll send the bounce pass across to Kenna Campbell. They work it inside for Carly Hinn. Carly, turnaround jumper, she's fouled. Carly heads to the free throw line. They give that foul to Madison Biesecker. That is her 3rd. Carly is just 1 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. That one misses the mark. 4:45 left to go in this 4th quarter. Carly's 2nd one off the glass, banks that one home. And Madison Biesecker brings it across, and they'll set it up into the corner for Erica McLeod. 3-pointer, that one is short, gets her own rebound. And Kate Reeder will be fouled on the putback attempt. Give that foul to Kenna Campbell. That'll be her 3rd. And it puts Kate Reeder back at the line for 2 more. Reeder with 10 points this evening. First one is good. She's right at her season average of 11 points. Callie Schultz back into the game. Rhianne Ferguson out. Second free throw is also good. And a timeout called by the Kimball Longhorns. So let's take a look at how this tournament played out. The Mustangs had to go on the road as the 4 seed. They had to go on the road and play at the Morrill Lions on Thursday night. They defeated Morrill and moved on to the semifinal round here yesterday, knocking off the top-seeded Hemmingford Bobcats, who had earned the first round bye. So the Mustangs advanced to the championship game. And the other side of the bracket, Kimball got here after they defeated Bridgeport on Thursday night. And they faced off against Mitchell. Mitchell defeated Bayard to earn their spot in the semis. So Kimball and Mitchell played each other yesterday. Kimball came out on top and made their way here into the finals. Earlier today in the consolation game, Hemmingford defeated the Mitchell Tigers to earn the 3rd place trophy. So that brings us to the last few minutes of this championship game. The Mustangs out in front, 51-35. 4 minutes, 33 seconds left to go as they try to clinch this Western Trails Conference Tournament championship. Kenna Campbell across to Ashton Sassy. Kimball trying to ratchet up that defensive pressure. Carly Hinn works it inside for Kenna Campbell, and she is fouled. Kenna Campbell, certainly not big, but she does a great job down there on the block. They love to post her up. And that is the first foul on number 11, Kaylee Dickerson. First free throw by Kenna Campbell is up and good. Lines up the second. That one is short. Alex Reeder with the rebound. 4:15 to go. Reeder up the left side. And a foul going to be called on Callie Schultz as she was running stride for stride. A little bit of a bump. That'll be Callie's first. And it puts Alex Reeder at the line as now the Kimball Longhorns are into the 1-and-1 bonus. Reeder 3 for 3 tonight from the line, earns a second shot with 4:12 to go. Makes them both. But Kimball has shot very well from the free throw line tonight. They've only missed one. They're 9 for 10 from the line this evening. Carly Hinn works on the wing. And now out to Kenna Campbell. Quickly back inside to Josie Perez. Finds Callie Schultz, but she can't handle the pass, but picked up by Sassy. Across to Hinn. Down low for Perez. Perez, good tough work. Went up strong inside and gets the basket. 3:44 to go. 54-37. McLeod over the top to Alex Reeder. Now into the corner for Dickerson. Back to Alex Reeder. Down low for Kate Reeder. Kate got hung up and she traveled. Trying to split two Mustang defenders. And she got hung up there and called for the traveling call. So Callie Schultz heads back to the bench. 3:27 left to go in this fourth quarter. Kenna Campbell works it inside for Carly Hinn. She drives to the baseline, now kicks it back out for Kenna. Into the corner for Carly Hinn. Over the top, this is Sassy. Now she'll pull it back out. And hands it off to Carly Hinn. Under 3 minutes to go. Carly picks up her dribble. Now she's hung up. And she'll find Josie Perez along the sideline. Josie drives baseline, finds Keely Campbell and has it taken away. Good defense that time by Erica McLeod. McLeod drives all the way in. Her shot too hard. And the Mustangs with a quick outlet pass to Josie Perez. Works her way around Kate Reeder and can't get the shot to fall. Josie hasn't missed many of those tonight. Can't get that one to go this time. Kate Reeder, pull-up jumper. That one's no good off the back of the iron. 2:20 to go. Ahead to Carly Hinn. Carly had it tipped out of her hands, and it'll stay with the Mustangs with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go. These girls will be done here in just a minute. You can set up there. 54-37, 2:18 left to go, fourth quarter. Dickerson heads to the bench for the Kimball Longhorns. Carly Hinn will hand it off to Kenna Campbell. Kenna drives around and she'll be fouled. That'll be Madison Biesecker picking up her fourth foul with 2:08 to go. So Kenna with the a 1-and-1 as that one rolls in and finds its way home. Second free throw up and also good for Kenna. Alex Reeder shot up, around, and just falls off. No good. And here's Josie Perez back behind the defense. Josie, and she'll be fouled. That's a hard foul by Alex Reeder. 2 shots for Josie Perez. Alex Reeder with her fourth foul. So certainly not the way that the Kimball Longhorns had hoped for this day to go, as they had to play this game with their leading scorer sitting on the bench. And certainly not the way that the Mustangs would like to have won this game. Mustangs certainly know their share about injuries, as they lost Shania Friesman just before Christmas. And that's a 6-footer that they could certainly have used several times throughout this season as we've worked our way through January and into February. 1 minute, 45 seconds left to go in this game. Mustangs ready to put this one away, and that is a traveling call on Josie Perez. She'll turn it over with 1 minute and 35 seconds left to go in this one. But the Mustangs did the really heavy lifting yesterday as they knocked off the top-seeded Hemingford Bobcats, handing them just their second loss of the season. There's a long three-pointer. That one won't find its way home, but Kate Reeder with the rebound and the putback for 2 more. 1:15 to go. They'll find Josie Perez out on the wing. Now she'll back it out. Perez drives in with the left hand, the reach-in foul called, and that may be the end of the day for Madison Biesecker. Either way, it's actually Alex Reeder that they call that foul on, number 21. So Reeder fouls out. She finishes the day with 9 points. She'll be replaced in the lineup by number 11, Kaylee Dickerson, the 5'6" senior. So the Mustangs in the double bonus. And Josie Perez, we must still be in the 1-1. Now Keely Campbell comes out to a round of applause from the Mustang faithful. Josie's first free throw is up, and it is good. She's got one more coming, and now Kimball's going to empty the bench. Madison Biesecker and Erica McLeod head to the bench along with Kate Reeder. There will be a lot of better days ahead for these Kimball Longhorns. A very good basketball team. And now the Mustangs will send Carly Hinn and Kenna Campbell back to the bench, replaced by Delenn Rodriguez. Cheyenne DeVille over there at the scorer's table ready to come in. Gracie Perez into the game along with Rianne Ferguson. And the second one by Josie Perez is good. That'll be the end of Josie's day. Mustang starters on the bench. Under a minute left to go in this one. The Mustangs ahead with a commanding lead, 60-39. This one's in the hand of the benches now, as this will be Justine Heeg bringing it up to Dickerson inside, and a foul called on one of the Mustangs. Either DeVille or Gracie Perez. We'll find out quickly enough who it is. Give that foul to neither one of them. They give it to Cheyenne DeVille. Free throw is no good. Mariah Tyan with the rebound. Now she works back to the baseline and kicks it up top for Dickerson. Dickerson across for Heeg and into the corner, and a traveling call on Hannah Biesecker. Mustangs will get it back with just under 37 seconds left to go.
Presenting the first place medals to the Gordon-Rushville Lady Mustangs. Number 11, Brianna Ferguson. Number 12, Kelly Schultz. Number 13, Josie Perez. Number 14, Shanania Doville. Number 20, India Rigard. Number 21, Ashton Sassy.
What did you guys get for the password for the Wi-Fi?
Number
Bridgeport
22,
you guys did
Carly
one? You
Hind.
gotta use your own hotspot? No.
Into the hard line here.
Okay, I'm gonna go tell them then.
Number 23, Deline Rodriguez.
Did you get in?
They got in last night, I thought.
Well, they're, yeah, you must have, because they're hooked into a hard line, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
And there's nobody here to even talk to about
Number
it.
30, Paige Lenders.
I thought our kid said that he got on a free Wi-Fi.
Well, that was one of the things they didn't talk
Number
about.
40, Gracie
Maybe
Perez.
next year we'll make sure we have that. But I know I talked to Brad this morning. Have you been downstairs to eat yet?
Number 45, Keely Campbell.
Just put it this way, I feel like the hospitality queen.
There, ladies and gentlemen, you have the champion in the ladies division of Western Trail Conference 2016. Gordon-Rushville Lady Mustangs. Congratulations.
So there are your Western Trails Conference champions, the 2016 Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Thanks very much for joining us. Hold tight. We'll be back as quick as we can with the start of the boys' final between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Mustangs trying to pull the upset this afternoon over a very, very outstanding Bridgeport Bulldogs team. They'll have a lot of work to do, but they'd certainly like to follow suit, as the Lady Mustangs have done, as they come away with the Western Trails Conference crown here this afternoon. And let the celebration begin. Those young ladies have certainly earned it. Great job this afternoon by the Lady Mustangs. Let's get that Twitter feed up and running. We've had a little bit of technical difficulties. You may have noticed we had a cord that came unplugged, but we've got things up and running. We believe we're back going again. And so fire off those tweets. We'd love to hear from you. Just include the handle at SC Journal Star. Our server will pick that up, and we'll include that in our pregame activities here as we get ready for the Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Give us just a minute to reset. We'll have to reset our scoreboard and some other niceties. Final score here, 60-39 is the final. Mustangs are the conference champions. So we'll step aside for just a minute as we do a little bit of housekeeping, and we'll be right back after a short break. Now we're there. Okay, we're fighting some technical difficulties here. We apologize. We had a cord that came undone. We've got things back under control again now, and so as you can see, the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs are the conference champions, Western Trails Conference champions for 2016. They come away with a 60-39 victory over the Kimball Longhorns here this afternoon. Fire off those tweets. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're watching with. Congratulate the Lady Mustangs on their conference tournament championship. Include the handle at SC Journal Star, and we'll air those tweets as the 20-minute pregame warm-up clock has just begun for the boys tournament final between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. We'll be back in just a minute. Let us do a little bit of housekeeping. We'll be back with you momentarily here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
The way we see it, if you're gonna call something smart, it better help you get real work done. Help you grow food, feed, and energy independence. Help you get the most with the latest precision farming technology while doing the job right and on time. From combines to tractors to hay tools, visit your New Holland dealer today to see equipment built New Holland smart.
Visit your authorized dealer today.
New Holland.
Thirteen and a half minutes left to go before the opening tip of today's conference tournament final between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams here this afternoon. First, for the Bridgeport Bulldogs, they are the top seed in the tournament. They come in with a record of 17-2. They are an outstanding bunch. They've got an 11-game win streak going. Their only two losses on the season have come to Class B schools, Gearing and Alliance. They are an outstanding outfit. Starters tonight for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Number 0, John Pappas, is a 6'5" senior. He averages 6 points and 4 rebounds per game. Number 13 is Logan Lynch, a 5'8". Didn't get the memo on what grade he's in. We'll get it here for you momentarily. He's a senior, they say. So Logan Lynch, a 5'8" senior, as we're set up next to the Bridgeport folks up here in the camera booth. Logan Lynch, the 5'8" senior, averaging 5 points and 1 rebound per game. Number 24, Wyatt Pankowski, a 6'3" senior. Pankowski averaging 10 points and 5 rebounds per contest. Number 25, Quentin Baxter, the 6'5" senior. He's the leading scorer for this bunch at 17 points and 4 rebounds per game. And number 35, Andrew Nelson, the 6'4" senior. He averages 10 points and 5 rebounds per game. So a very evenly distributed scoring setup for these Bulldogs. Difficult to take any one person away. That will be the challenge that the Mustangs face tonight as they square off against the 17-2 top-seeded Bridgeport Bulldogs. The Mustangs come into today's game with a 12-5 record after defeating the Hemingford Bobcats last night. Starters today for the Mustangs, number 3, Ryan Schwarting, the 5'8" senior. He averages 16 points a game. He went off for 36 last night. It was the Ryan Schwarting show. He could not miss. Absolutely on fire last night. 36 points for the senior. Number 4 is Dylan Schwarting, the 5'9" freshman. He averages 7 points a game. Number 22 is Trace Bagan, the 5'10" sophomore, averaging 6 points and 3 rebounds per game. Number 23, Rhett Conroy, a 6'3" senior, averaging 3 points and 4 boards per game. And number 24, Jared Nelson, the 6' sophomore, averaging 12 points and 3 rebounds per game. Just over 10 minutes to the start of today's ball game. Let's take a look at how these two teams got here. The the Bridgeport Bulldogs got as the top seed in the tournament, got the first round bye, and then yesterday afternoon they defeated the I can't tell you who they defeated. Kimball and Mitchell played in the opening round game. They defeated Mitchell. Of course they did. Bridgeport defeated Mitchell yesterday afternoon to punch their ticket to this conference final. The Mustangs started out on Thursday night by defeating the Bayard Tigers at home and moved on to face the Hemingford Bulldogs last night. Hemingford had defeated Morrill in the opening round game. Mustangs knocked off the Hemingford Bobcats last night. And then earlier today, Hemingford took down the Mitchell Tigers in the consolation game. So Hemingford is your third place team in the conference this year. And so the championship game is all that's left. Bridgeport Bulldogs and the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. 9.5 minutes left to go before the start of this one. Glad to have you along with us. Again, we've got the Twitter feed up and running. If you would like to participate, we'd sure love to know who all is watching out there in the Twitterverse. Fire off a tweet that includes the handle @SC Journal Star. We'll pick that up and include it in the live feed as we go forward. We'll take a look and see if we've got any new messages as we've gone through, and actually quite a bunch. We'll get those selected and added to the playlist here. Lots of congratulations, and hey, we've got somebody watching from Pacific Grove, California. Glad to know that. Happy to have you on board here this afternoon. Certainly hope you're enjoying the broadcast as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. We say this often, but we don't always get it right, but we sure have a heck of a good time trying. And it's just an awful lot of fun, and this is a great venue for this championship game here this afternoon on the campus of Western Nebraska Community College here at Cougar Palace. And a fitting end to this conference tournament for these Mustangs and Bridgeport Bulldogs. We'll step aside for just a minute. 8 minutes left on the pregame clock. We'll be back with the introductions of the starting lineups in just a few minutes here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2016. So we are just about ready to get this conference final underway between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer for the introductions of the starting lineups.
This ball game between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. On the scoreboard, the Mustangs will be the visitors, the Bulldogs are the home team. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's meet the starters for the visiting Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. 5'9" senior number 3, Ryan Swarting. 5'9" freshman number 4, Kimball Longhorns. 5'11" and sophomore number 22, Trace Bacon. 6'4" senior number 23, Rhett Conroy. 6' sophomore number 24, Jared Nelson. Head coach is Joel Nelson. He's assisted by Dave Morse and Harry Ritz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starters for the home team, Bridgeport Bulldogs. 6'6" senior, number 0, John Palace. 5'9" senior, number 13, Logan Lynch. 6'3" senior, number 24, Wyatt Pankowski. 6'6" senior, number 25, Quentin Baxter. 6'6" senior, number 35, Andrew Nelson. The head coach is Nick Rose.
So there are the starting lineups, and a huge disparity in height between these two teams. Bridgeport goes 6'5", 6'3", 6'5", and 6'4", along with 5'8" Logan Lynch. Mustangs at 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", 6 foot, and 6'3". Bridgeport outstanding. They are big, they are athletic, and they can all score the basketball. 8 minutes on the clock. We're ready to get this conference final underway. Glad to have you along with us. Whether you're watching from across the street or across the country, glad to have you along. We hope that this is as entertaining as the other games have been in this conference tournament. The tip is controlled by Bridgeport, and away we go. Logan Lynch has it, and the Bridgeport Bulldogs go to work on offense first. Mustangs in a good, tight man-to-man defense here. The Mustangs in their road black uniforms, Bridgeport in their home whites. This is Baxter on the wing, looks inside for Pankowski. That shot off the glass and a little bit too soft. Mustangs with the rebound and quickly down the floor. Dylan Schwarting outside for 3. That one's off the back iron, no good. And tipped back in to Trace Bagan. Three-pointer, Ryan Schwarting, good! Ryan Schwarting picks up where he left off yesterday. Mustangs out to the 3-0 lead. 7 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Baxter down the lane. Kicks it out to Nelson, now out to Lynch. Three-pointer on the way. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Pankowski, and the putback is good for Wyatt Pankowski. Quickly ahead to Rhett Conroy. Conroy is fouled by Pappas, and Rhett Conroy will head to the free throw line. John Pappas picks up his first, and Rhett Conroy to the free throw line for 2 early free throws. 7 minutes on the dot left to go in the first quarter. Just underway here in this Western Trails Conference Tournament Championship game. First free throw is good for Rhett. One more coming for Rhett Conroy, and he knocks them both down. One note, as we go through this game, we are behind the walkway. You'll notice that we have a lot more traffic in front of us, in front of your camera, than we normally do, and we apologize for that ahead of time, just the way that the setup is here at the Cougar Palace. It's the only thing that we really don't like about broadcasting from here, is we get a lot more clutter than what we'd really like to have. Other than that, a fantastic venue for this conference championship. 6.5 minutes to go. A traveling call by Baxter, and the Mustangs will get it back on the turnover. Mustangs out quickly to the 5-2 lead. 6 minutes, 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Jared Nelson with the basketball and goes to work against the man-to-man defense by Bridgeport. Trace Bagan, top of the key. Now around to Dylan Schwarting. Jared Nelson curls off of the pick down the lane, off his foot and out of bounds. They're going to say off of a Bridgeport player. Mustangs will maintain possession. 6:18 to go first quarter. Nelson gets it into Bagan. Ryan Schwarting fakes it both ways, now back across to Dylan Schwarting. To Jared Nelson cutting down the lane. Nice look for Trace Bagan. Catch a replay on that. Well done. 7-6. Understand that our California viewers are Trace's grandparents. So very glad to have you along with us. As another traveling call. 2 in a row on Mr. Baxter. He's not happy with it. And Bulldogs give it back to the Mustangs again with 5:58 left to go in this first quarter. Mustangs out ahead 7-2. Jared Nelson triggers it, guarded by Baxter, and there's a takeaway by Pankowski. Not a good pass that time. Quentin Baxter ahead to John Pappas. Cut off back to Pankowski, across to Lynch. High post for Pappas. Pappas works his way down the lane, shot up. That one won't go, rebounded by Nelson. And a tie-up called, alternating possession to the Mustangs. The Mustangs will take every break they can get in this game. They certainly have an uphill battle. The Mustangs have played outstanding basketball this season, but Bridgeport is a very, very good basketball team. 17-2, we noted earlier. Their only 2 losses of the season came to Class B competition, Alliance and Gearing. They give it off to Ryan Schwarting. High post for Bagan, nearly has it taken away. Backdoor cut, Rhett Conroy. Great work that time. Count the basket for Rhett Conroy and a chance for a 3-point play. Give that foul to Andrew Nelson. That is his first. And Rhett Conroy back to the free throw line. He's 2 for 2. Rhett, the Mustangs' leading scorer in the early going, misses everything on the free throw that time. And so it'll be Bridgeport basketball. The Mustangs going to try to apply some full court pressure. Baxter dribbles through it, brings it up. Now he finds Nelson, and Nelson loses the handle, but it's off of a Mustang and out of bounds. 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs lead it 9-2. Mustangs trying to be the giant killers of this tournament. The girls knocked off the top seed yesterday. Mustangs boys with their chance to do it here today. Pappas kicks it back up top. They swing it around quickly to Baxter on the wing. Brings it to the top of the key. 3-pointer on the way. That's short off the front of the rim and rebounded by Dylan Schwarting. Quickly ahead, but taken away by Baxter and taken right back by Dylan Schwarting. And then the foul called on Quentin Baxter as he tried to get the ball back. So Baxter not having a good start to this first quarter. 4:39 left to go in the first. Mustangs couldn't have scripted things much better in the early going, but it's a lot of game left. Ryan Schwarting into the corner for Dylan Schwarting. Brings it up top. They'll skip it across to Nelson. High post for Conroy. Has it slapped away and then taken away by Logan Lynch. Finally, Bridgeport controls it. Lynch with the basketball, guarded closely. And now Nelson. Andrew Nelson to the free throw line, kicks it out for Lynch. Cross to Pankowski, he hands it off to Baxter. A little floater by Baxter, that won't go, but the offensive rebound by Pappas, they kick it out to Lynch. That won't go. Trace Bagan with the good rebounding position that time, and then another foul. And that may be Pankowski. No, that's the second foul on Andrew Nelson. So 4 fouls already out of the gate on the Bridgeport Bulldogs, none on the Mustangs. 3:55 to go first quarter. The Mustangs now with Brady Bolender on the floor, along with Corby Campbell. Bolander on the baseline for Campbell. Pass across to Ryan Shorting, three-pointer on the way, good! Ryan Shorting for 3 more. 6 points for him, 3.5 to go, and it's a 10-point Mustang lead. And there's a steal by Ryan Shorting. Heads to the basket, shot won't go. Sean Combs with the offensive rebound. A lot of contact, but no foul called. They get it ahead to Pappas. Now Lynch cutting to the basket. They'll kick it out to the trailer that time. Three-pointer is good by number 15. That's Eric Stevens trailing the play. Set up well out there and knocks down the three-pointer. Nelson now with the basketball and back to Bolander on the wing. Sean Combs down the lane, lays it up and good. So a great atmosphere here this evening. The Bridgeport crowd considerably closer and considerably larger than the Mustangs. Baxter drives down the lane and he's going to draw the foul. Foul committed by Brady Bolander. That'll be his first. And it puts Quentin Baxter at the free throw line for 2. First one is up and misses, no good. Baxter will sub out at the next dead ball. Second free throw is good. So into the game comes number 5, that's Austin Hartman. He is a 6'2" junior. Baxter gets a little bit of a breather. The Mustangs now working against some full court pressure by the Bulldogs, and that one's taken away by Hartman. Pankowski gets it up the floor, and that's nearly taken away by Jared Nelson, but off his fingertips and out of bounds. It'll stay with Bridgeport. Back into the game comes Bagan, Dylan Schwarting, and Rhett Conroy. Bolander, Nelson, and Combs to the bench for the Mustangs. Pappas to inbound it, finds Pankowski, squares up with 2:20 to go. Hartman tries to get it back outside, but it's taken away by Corby Campbell, and then he has it slapped away. Corby working with that brace on his right hand, right ring finger. He's got a protective cover on that finger. So the Mustangs inbounded over the top to Trace Bagan, across to Dylan Schwarting. Ryan Schwarting, long three-pointer, in and out, no good. Pankowski clears the rebound. Ahead to Hartman. He'll hand it off to Stevens, and now to Pankowski. Pankowski drives to the free throw line, outside for Stevens. He'll drive into the paint, pull-up jumper. That one's no good, rebounded by Campbell. 1:48 to go on a fast-paced first quarter. Dylan Schwarting kicks it back up top for Ryan Schwarting between the circles and around to Trace Bagan on the left wing. Ryan Schwarting now working against a 2-3 zone by the Bulldogs. Bagan into the high post for Conroy. Tried to go down low, and that's taken away by Stevens. Hartman goes inside for Pappas. Up strong, draws the foul. And Pappas to the free throw line. Foul is on Corby Campbell. That'll be his first. Pappas with 2 shots. 1 minute, 22 seconds left to go first quarter. It's an 8-point Mustang lead. First one is off the back iron and no good. So Baxter back in. And Logan Lynch to the bench. And Pappas missed them both. Rebounded by Campbell, And he'll hand it off to Ryan Schwarting, who'll bring it up the floor. To Dylan Schwarting, guarded closely by Pappas, and into the corner for Ryan Schwarting. Dylan has it on the wing. And across to Bagan. Ryan Schwarting double teamed over there on the sideline, finds Trace Bagan. Bridgeport doing a great job of extending that zone defense. A 1-3-1 zone now for Bridgeport. Baxter playing the point. Into the corner for Trace Bagan, three-pointer. That one falls off no good, but Dylan Schwarting is there for the rebound. Ryan Schwarting spots up for three. That one won't find its way home, and then a jump ball called, and it'll be Bridgeport basketball on the alternating possession. So now into the game comes Isaiah Mancias. He'll take the place of John Pappas in the lineup. So very much a mix and match lineup for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. And there's a takeaway by Rhett Conroy. Mustangs back in business. Ryan Schwarting wants to press the issue. Feeds it down low for Campbell, and he is fouled by Baxter. That'll be Quentin Baxter's second foul. Corby Campbell at the free throw line. 2 shots for him. Corby coming off the long layoff after that finger injury, providing some much needed depth on the inside down in the post for the Mustangs. Logan Lynch in, Baxter out to the bench with 2 fouls. So Corby trying to get himself back into game shape. And that one's off the front of the rim and no good. Missed them both. 20 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Lynch comes down the right side, feeds it back to Stevens. Long three-pointer, and it is good. Eric Stevens has found the range from three-point land, and there's a steal by Lynch. Flips it back in. Pankowski with 8 seconds to go. Drives in, kicks it back. Stevens again from the top of the key. Look out, that time he missed everything. And it'll be Mustang basketball with 2.4 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs led it by 10. That lead has been cut to 5. Ryan Schwarting at the buzzer can't get the shot off. Good defense that time by the Bridgeport Bulldogs. At the end of one, the Mustangs out in front, 14-9.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
Hins Home Furnishings in Gordon invites you to come and see their completely remodeled store. New items are arriving daily. They have a full line of appliances, sofas, recliners, mattresses, and a whole lot more. And if you don't see exactly what you're looking for, by golly, they'll get it for you. They also have free local delivery. Remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Stop in and see Chuck and the rest of the crew at Hins Home Furnishings in downtown Gordon. Ready to get this second quarter underway. The Mustangs with a 5-point advantage. They came out shooting hot from the perimeter to start with. Cooled off a little bit from out there recently. They go down low for Sean Combs on the baseline. He can't handle the pass. It's through his fingers and out of bounds. Bridgeport basketball just underway in the second quarter. Clint Anderson along with Jesse Moss and Jacob Grover here this afternoon from Cougar Palace on the campus of WNCC. That one's dribbled off the foot of Pankowski and now taken away by Campbell, but he can't control it. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. 5 team fouls for Bridgeport, just 2 for the Mustangs. Lynch has it out between the circles into the corner for Stevens. Mustangs need to know where he's at. He's drained a couple of three-pointers already from long distance. They go inside. That one is blocked and taken away. Corby Campbell with the block on Austin Hartman. Now the Mustangs quickly ahead, and good grief, John Pappas tackled Jared Nelson, but no call. Back the other way they come. Nifty behind the back dribble by Dylan Schwarting. Campbell with the pull-up jumper. That won't go. And the rebound by Pankowski. Now Pappas will dribble it up the floor through traffic all the way in and then loses it out of bounds. 6:58 to go in the second quarter. Fast-paced action, both teams living right out on the ragged edge. And now Jared Nelson will bring it down the floor and set it up for the Mustangs. 1-3-1 zone. They'll extend that out. Force the Mustangs to start their offense as far away from the basket as they possibly can. And now an offensive foul called against the Mustangs. Well, no indication, not sure what that was, but it's going the other direction. No foul called. And I didn't see what happened, but either way, it is Bulldog basketball. Stevens is going to be run into by Dylan Schwarting, and he'll draw the blocking foul. That'll be Dylan's first. Pappas takes the inbounds and gets it to Stevens. Across to Hartman. And now to Pankowski at the top of the key. Around to Lynch. Mustangs into the man-to-man now. Turnaround in the lane by Pankowski is up and good. He's got 4 points. And now the lead that was 10 has been cut to 3. And now a foul called on Logan Lynch. That'll be his first. So Rhett Conroy and Ryan Schwarting into the game. Sean Combs and Corby Campbell out. Dylan Schwarting across to Jared Nelson. He'll penetrate in, kicked it out for Dylan Schwarting. Three-pointer on the way. That one's in and out, no good. Rebounded by Stevens for the Bulldogs. Stevens works off of the pick. Kicks it outside for Pappas on the wing. Now they'll find Pankowski in the paint. Outside for Lynch. In the corner for Stevens. Pankowski back in the paint. Down low for Pappas. His shot is blocked by Jared Nelson. But then the Bulldogs get it right back. Stevens pull-up jumper. Good. Eric Stevens has been the offensive weapon so far for the Bulldogs. He's got 8 points in the first half. 5.5 to go. And we're back to a 1-point game. Over the top, tipped out of bounds by Pankowski. Mustangs maintain possession. The Mustangs had the Tiger by the tail in the first quarter, and now things are starting to even out a little bit. Bridgeport starting to assert themselves. High post for Conroy. Outside for Dylan Schwarting. Spots up for 3. That's off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Ryan Schwarting. Back over to Dylan Schwarting. And now to Ryan. Long three-pointer. That one's off the mark and no good. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs. Bridgeport fans not happy. Pappas there. And now the officials are going to talk this one over. Official says, yep, I was right in front of it. I saw it. We're sticking with the call. 5:06 to go in the second quarter. Mustangs lead it by 1. Over the top to Ryan Schwarting. And now to Dylan. Into the corner for Nelson. Three-pointer is up. That one's off the mark and no good. And this one will be tipped out of bounds by the Mustangs. Bridgeport basketball. Just under 5 minutes to go before the half. This is the first time that the Mustangs have seen Bridgeport this season. They'll meet again for their only regular season meeting in another week. Well, that'll be the last, the next to the last game. It'll be next Friday. We won't be carrying that broadcast. But Bridgeport comes to Gordon next Friday. Pappas has it out on the wing. And now to Baxter. Or excuse me, that's not Baxter. Pankowski. Now Lynch has it. And now to Pankowski. Feeds it to Hartman, cutting towards the basket, and he can't finish. That one's out of bounds. Mustang basketball. The officials are really letting these guys play, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a very physical game, especially down inside. And the Mustangs have the basketball with 4 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the first half. To Conroy in the corner. Pulls in that pass, now out to Nelson. Nelson gets it off to Ryan Schwarting and back to Jared Nelson. He'll drive in, pull-up jumper is off the mark, rebounded by Pappas. The Mustangs have gone cold now from the field. Here's Pankowski. They work it inside, or attempt to. Now kick it back out to Pankowski. Stevens spots up for three. That one's off the mark. And Ryan Shorting quickly down the floor. Behind the back dribble, has it poked away from behind by Pankowski, and then taken right back by the Mustangs. And John Pappas with a punch with the left hand and then a punch with the right, and he's called for the foul. Can't be too surprised about that. 3:35 to go in the second quarter. That's the second on Pappas. Mustangs will make wholesale changes as Morgan Holbert into the game for the first time this afternoon. Morgan recovering from a dislocated kneecap that he suffered early on in the season. And very good to have him back onto the court as well. So Nelson's first free throw is up and good. That's his first point of the ball game. And he's got one more free throw coming, pushes the lead back to 2. And that's the Mustangs' first point of this second quarter. Pankowski clears the rebound. Ahead to Stevens, and he'll walk it up the floor and cross the timeline, guarded by Sean Combs. Now to Hartman. Pankowski at the top of the key. That one's tipped away by Campbell. And a hip check by Pankowski knocks Jared Nelson to the floor. The Mustangs need to adjust to this aggressive style of play by the Bulldogs and the officials' willingness to let them play that way. 3:17 left to go in the second quarter. The Mustangs lead it by 2. Whether you're melting ice or fishing on it, Gordon True Value can get you fixed up. Stop in and see Buck and the gang at Gordon True Value in downtown Gordon. And Grocery Mart is your full-service grocery store, and they have that personal hometown atmosphere that everybody loves. That's at the Grocery Mart, in downtown Gordon. 3:17 left to go before the half. Mustangs up by 2, 15-13. 7 team fouls against the Bridgeport Bulldogs. The Mustangs are in the 1-1. Just 3 fouls on the Mustangs. Nelson brings it up the floor. And across to Holbert. Back to Nelson between the circles. Onto the wing for Ryan Schwarting. Back to Nelson. Swing it around to Holbert. Looks inside and back to Nelson. 2-3 zone now as they look inside for Sean Combs. Can't get it to fall, but he is fouled. And Sean Combs to the free throw line. That foul is on Eric Stevens. That is his first. Sean Combs with 2 points so far in the game. These are his first free throws. 2:58 to go in the second quarter. First free throw, banks that one home. The bank is open for Sean Combs this evening. Sean, of course, raised in Georgia. That southern accent and a big Georgia Bulldog fan. Misses the second. Pankowski up the floor and loses it out of bounds. It'll be Bridgeport basketball. Over the top to Lynch on the inbounds. Lynch guarded closely by Holbert. Mustangs switch it up on defense. And this is Stevens. Now around to Mancias. Pankowski at the top of the key, looks inside for Hartman, kicks it back outside for Lynch. Mancias at the free throw line, tries to go inside, has it poked away, gathered up by Jared Nelson. That pass taken away by Wyatt Pankowski. Now he'll bring it up the floor, or attempt to. Now he's picked up his dribble, he's hung up. Mancias gets it ahead to Hartman. Pankowski down the lane, turnaround jumper, back iron, and no good. And the Mustangs with the rebound. Jared Nelson up the floor, crosses the timeline. Three-pointer off glass, no good. And rebounded by Pankowski. The Mustangs still without a field goal in this second quarter. 2 free throws is all they've scored. The offense has really gone cold for the Mustangs since the early flurry. And there's an offensive foul by Mancias as he gives Jared Nelson the push and sends him to the floor. Bridgeport is a big, physical, athletic team. So now Jared Nelson and Morgan Holbert head to the bench, as does Sean Combs. So the Mustangs with Dylan Schwarting, Ryan Schwarting, Trace Bagan, Rhett Conroy, and Corby Campbell on the floor. Bridgeport back into the 2-3 zone. Dylan Schwarting on the left wing into the corner for Ryan. Back to Dylan and across to Trace Bagan. Into the corner for Ryan Schwarting, over the top for Bagan. Contact there, Logan Lynch takes it away. He'll pull it back, he doesn't have the advantage in numbers. Across to Pankowski. Hartman and up to Stevens, around to Pankowski again. Stevens on the wing, looks inside for Pankowski. Back out to Mancias. His jumper finds its way home. And back to a 1-point game. 48 seconds left to go in the half. Bagan out to Ryan Schwarting. Back to Bagan, spots up for three. Good! Trace Bagan knocks that one down. It's been a long dry spell for the Mustangs. They had to wait more than 7 minutes in the second quarter before they got their first field goal. But the three-pointer by Trace Bagan puts them back up by 4. 25 seconds to work now. Mancias looks inside. Top of the key for Pankowski. 18 seconds. Pankowski wants to hand it off. Now he'll dribble down. Inside for Mancias. That's tipped by Campbell. Mancias ends up with it. Shot too hard. Now 8 seconds. 6. Ryan Schwarting trapped out of bounds, and Ryan Schwarting, the last one to touch that basketball. Bridgeport will have a chance with 4 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And a 30-second timeout called by Bridgeport. They're going to get some scorers back into the game as Quentin Baxter will check back into the lineup. The CPA firm of Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan, PC, wishes good luck to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Stop in and see Sarah Ritgarn. She's a CPA in the Gordon office. You can find her at 106 North Main Street. She'll help you take care of your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Go Mustangs! From Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan. 4 seconds left to go in this first half. Mustangs hold a 4-point lead, 19-15. Mustangs came out of the gate strong, but they really went cold from the field in that second quarter. Lucky to still hold the lead at 19-15. They get it in to Stevens, out to Mancias. Shot at the buzzer, that won't go. And your halftime score, a low-scoring affair. Mustangs out in front, 19-15.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
So let's take a look at some unofficial halftime scoring totals. For the Mustangs, Ryan Schwarting with 6 points, Trace Bagan with 5, Rhett Conroy with 4, Sean Combs with 3, and Jared Nelson held to just a single free throw in that first half. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, Eric Stevens with 8 points, Wyatt Pankowski with 4, Isaiah Mancias with 2, and Quentin Baxter with just 1. So 9 minutes left to go in the halftime break. Gives us an opportunity to say thanks to the sponsors of today's action. They certainly make it possible for us to take the long road trip down here to Scottsbluff 2 days in a row. We enjoy doing it, but it's these folks that make it possible. The First National Bank in Gordon, Strong Insurance, Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan, Gordon True Value, Hins Home Furnishings, Hins Hardware, Grocery Mart, Accountant Carol Child, Barb Share Real Estate, Sides and Milburn Ford, Essence, Modern Farm Equipment, and the Sheridan County Journal Star. We'll take just a brief break, rest the vocal cords for a minute. 8 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the halftime break. We'll be back with the start of the third quarter in just a bit here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. Happy shooting. Two minutes left to go before the start of the third quarter. The Mustangs clinging to a 4-point lead at the half, 19-15, a low-scoring affair. Ryan Schwarting, who went off for 36 yesterday, has been held to 6 points on a pair of early three-pointers. And for the Bridgeport Bulldogs, their leading scorer, Quentin Baxter, has been limited to a single free throw. So both leading scorers having a hard time finding the hoop today in this first half. The Bridgeport Bulldogs are certainly the bigger, stronger opponent, as their starting lineup goes 6'5", 6'3", 6'5", and 6'4", that they've really pounded on the Mustangs. And in that second quarter, that started to take its toll. The Mustangs are going to have to learn to deal with that. The refereeing crew is calling it they're calling it well. They're not being biased, but they're certainly letting these teams play, and they're letting that physical style of play go. Mustangs need to adjust to that if they're going to hang with these Bulldogs in the second half. We got 16 minutes of basketball left in regulation. They're going to have to find a way to deal with that physical presence of the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Let's take a look at fouls. Mustangs, just 3 players with 1 foul apiece. Dylan Schwarting, Brady Bolender, and Corby Campbell. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, Quentin Baxter with 2, Andrew Nelson with 2, and John Pappas also with 2 fouls. Logan Lynch and Eric Stevens each with 1 foul apiece for Bridgeport. Just about ready to get things underway in this second half. So as we said, a low-scoring affair. These teams Mustangs average 56 points and Bridgeport averaging 59 points a game. So outstanding defense by both teams. We'll see who can break through. The Mustangs were hot early from the outside. Bridgeport did a great job of extending that defense and getting a hand in the face of the Mustangs and not allowing them to keep shooting those outside shots. So away we go in the third quarter. Bridgeport with the basketball. Quentin Baxter has it on the wing for Pappas. He looks inside, looks, and finally gets it out to Nelson. Nelson will work his way to the baseline. Up and good, and the foul. Good quick move that time by Andrew Nelson. He gets his first points of the game. The basket's good. Give the foul to Jared Nelson. That is his first. So Bridgeport quickly out of the gate with the basket and the foul. Free throw falls off, no good. So it's still a Mustang 2-point lead. They've led the whole way. Dylan Schwarting back to Jared Nelson. We'll see what the Mustangs have on offense here in the second half. They leave it inside. Rhett Conroy with the scoop up and under and gets it to fall. He's got 6 points. 7:25 to go. Mustang lead is back to 4. Pappas on the wing. Looks inside. Now he'll swing it out to Pankowski. Man-to-man defense by the Mustangs. Across to Lynch, into the corner for Baxter. Guarded by Nelson. Gets to the baseline, leaves it for Pappas. Off the glass and good for John Pappas. His first points of the game. 7 minutes to go, back to a 2-point game. Ryan Schwarting spots up for 3. That's off the mark, but Rhett Conroy's there for the offensive rebound. His putback won't go, gets it again. And now he's gonna reach in and get called for the foul. So go figure. Rhett Conroy picks up his first foul. That's a frustration foul. He thought he was being hammered inside. Reaches in to get the tie up and commits the foul. 2 quick fouls on the Mustangs starting off the third quarter. Over the top and off the fingertips of John Pappas and out of bounds. They'll turn it back over to the Mustangs. 6:42 to go, third quarter. It's a 2-point game. Rhett Conroy has it. Back across to Jared Nelson. 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Dylan Schwarting and across to Nelson. Back across to Dylan. Nelson and back across to Dylan. Spots up for three. That's off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Jared Nelson. Able to keep the dribble as he gets up and avoid the traveling call. He's knocked to the floor again with no call. It's 6:05 to go. Baxter drives in and kicks it out to Pappas. Pankowski hands it off to Baxter. And back up to Pankowski and across to Lynch for three. Misses everything. Nelson comes down with the long rebound. Nelson for Bridgeport, that is. Baxter spin move in the lane. Shot up. And that's no good. And the rebound cleared by Rhett Conroy. Ball tipped around, saved by Trace Bagan. Gets it across to Jared Nelson with 5.5 to go in the quarter. Dylan Schwarting for three. That's good. Dylan Schwarting with his first points of the game. Puts the Mustangs back up by 5 with 5:20 to go. In the third quarter, Pappas on the wing, nearly lost it but got it back. Nelson inside for Pankowski. Spin move in the lane, up and good. Pankowski has 6. Jared Nelson crosses the timeline with it. Looks like the Bridgeport Bulldogs want a trap. Now they back out of it. 1-3-1 zone for Bridgeport. Three-pointer by Jared Nelson is good. His first field goal of the game, and it's a 6-point lead for the Mustangs. Baxter works against Ryan Schwarting. And now to Pappas. They love to enter that offense with him at the trigger on the wing. Nelson now to Lynch. And Baxter over the top and over top of everybody, out of bounds. Tried to get it inside for Pappas and flings it out of bounds. Quentin Baxter not having a great game. Shaking his head as he walks down the floor. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Bridgeport's done a great job of encouraging these young Mustangs, letting them stay in this ball game. They've got a 6-point lead. Into the corner for Jared Nelson. Drives baseline. Flips it up and under. Nifty shot. Up and good. Jared Nelson finding the hoop here finally in this third quarter. And now it's an 8-point Mustang lead as we're under 4 to go in the third quarter. Pappas in. And a charge called on John Pappas. That'll be his third. Big foul. Mustangs take the charge. And a timeout called by Bridgeport. 3 minutes, 56 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs lead it 29-21. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company, offering all forms of insurance. Stop in at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. And tax season is here. Accountant Carol Child is your one-stop resource for all your accounting and tax needs and a whole lot more. Give Carol a call at 282-0842. And don't forget, it pays to have an accountant on your side. And are you looking to buy or sell real estate in the Panhandle? Give Barb Scher a call at 282-1516. You can check out her website and see her listings at scherrealestate.com. That's SCHAER realestate.com. Under 4 to go, in this third quarter. Mustangs lead it by 8. Jared Nelson brings it up, and now Bridgeport back into the man-to-man. Schwarting in, leaves it down low. Sean Combs can't handle the pass. It's out of bounds, and it'll be Bridgeport basketball. Now the Mustangs will pick up Bridgeport full court man-to-man pressure. Baxter crosses the timeline, and they get it to Pappas. He works his way into the corner. Nelson loses his footing, flips the ball out there, saved back in, a scramble for it. They'll say that Schwarting got there first and slid out of bounds. It'll stay with Bridgeport. 3:27 to go in the third quarter. And now we've got moisture on the floor. They're going to do a little housekeeping here. So the Mustangs doing an outstanding job of keeping this one close against the top-seeded Bridgeport Bulldogs. Bridgeport comes into the game at 17-2. Their only 2 losses to Alliance and to Gearing. Very good, big, physical, athletic, and they're doing a great job today of keeping them in check, the Mustangs are, defensively. Pappas on the wing. To Nelson between the circles, and around to Stevens, who's checked back into the game. Pankowski at the top of the key. Tried to go down low, but Sean Combs got a hand in the passing lane and knocked that one down. Mustangs with a chance to extend this lead back to double digits. Under 3 to go in the third quarter. Nelson to Combs and around to Ryan Schwarting. 3-pointer, good! Made that one look easy. Ryan Schwarting tees it up. His third 3-pointer of the game. He's got 9 points. And it's now an 11-point lead, the biggest of the game. Pappas drives to the hoop and he is fouled. Give that foul to Sean Combs, who picks up his first. Third team foul of the half on the Mustangs. John Pappas 0 for 2 from the line today, and now 0 for 3. Austin Hartman back in and Baxter to the bench. Pappas finally gets one to fall. 2:35 to go, and it's a 10-point game. Mustangs out in front. They leave it outside. Morgan Holbert for 3. That one is short, but Sean Combs with the rebound. Catch a replay on that one. Sean Combs with the reverse layup. And now a blocking foul called on Ryan Schwarting. That'll be his first. And the 4th team foul on the Mustangs. So 3 new Mustangs in and 3 out. Holbert, Nelson, and Combs head to the bench. Bagan Conroy, not sure who the third one that came in there was for the Mustangs. 2:15 to go. Baxter down low for Hartman, and he is fouled. That'll be Ryan Schwarting, I believe, picking up his second foul. It is his second. 2:10 to go. And it puts Austin Hartman at the free throw line for the first time this evening. The 6'2" junior yet to score in the game. First free throw is no good. 2:10 to go. Mustangs lead it by 12. Trying to pull the upset here. And Hartman missed them both. Pankowski with the offensive rebound. And then the Mustangs reach in and tie it up, and it'll be Mustang basketball on the alternating possession. The referee does some house cleaning and ready for play again. 2:07 to go, third quarter. After a dismal second quarter, the Mustangs have looked a lot better here in the third. Man-to-man defense by the Bulldogs now. Dylan Schwarting spots up for 3. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. And the long rebound comes out, controlled by Stevens. Hartman on the wing, drives to the free throw line, kicks it out for Stevens for 3. And that one's short off the front of the rim, rebounded by Dylan Schwarting. Ahead to Ryan Schwarting. And they'll set it up with 1:30 to go in the third. Ryan across to Dylan Schwarting. He'll bring it over to the near side. And across to Trace Bagan. Thought about the 3. Ryan Schwarting will take the 3. The big old rainmaker, that won't go. And then a foul called against the Mustangs. I think that's Rhett Conroy, a little overzealous going for that rebound. Rhett starting to get a little bit tired of the contact inside, a little bit frustrated, I think, and that's his second foul, both of those in the second half. 1:17 to go. Baxter works against Ryan Schwarting. Gets it ahead to Stevens, and now to Andrew Nelson. Nelson to the free throw line. Into the corner for Stevens. Look out for 3. That one is short and no good. Rebounded by Rhett Conroy. Conroy will get it to Ryan Schwarting with 53 seconds left to go. And Ryan says, let's hold it for one shot. 48 seconds. Saying, let's take our time. The Mustangs with a 12-point lead, trying to drain the clock and get out of here with an upset if they can, but a long, long ways to go. We've still got 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this game. Schwarting works against Pankowski. 25 seconds now. Schwarting with the dribble. Gets away from Pankowski, drives in. Now loses the basketball out of bounds. And with 15 seconds left to go in the quarter, they'll turn it back over to Bridgeport. So Ryan did a great job, but one minor mistake and turns it over. So here's Baxter. 10 seconds to go. Behind the back dribble. Baxter in, down the lane. Little shot won't go. The rebound and the putback does. Quentin Baxter with his first field goal of the game. It comes with less than 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. At the end of 3, the Mustangs lead at 34-24.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
In essence, in downtown Gordon has a great variety of unique items and a great selection of wines. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. They've got helium balloons, and they can help you out for Valentine's Day. They've got a special, a dozen roses in a vase for $50. Stop in and check it out in downtown Gordon. They're open the 13th and the 14th from 9 to 1. That's Sunday. They'll be open from 9 to 1. They won't be delivering that day. But for you procrastinators, they'll take care of your sweetheart, and they'll do it in style at Essence in downtown Gordon. There's a takeaway by Trace Bagan right out of the gate in the fourth quarter. Jared Nelson drives in, contact, loses the basketball. It's taken away by John Pappas, and Bridgeport comes back the other way. They'll get it to Stevens on the wing and out to Quentin Baxter. Dylan Schwarting drawing the duties of guarding Mr. Baxter now. Here's Andrew Nelson. Kicks it outside for Pankowski into Pappas, and now out to Stevens on the left wing. Top of the key for Pankowski. They go down low for Quentin Baxter. Up and under, he is fouled. I think that's Sean Combs that's going to be called for the foul. Sean Combs picks up his second, and it puts Quentin Baxter back at the free throw line for 2. He's 1 for 2 tonight. 3 points on the game is all for the Bulldogs' leading scorer. The first one is no good. He averages 17 a game. They've held him to 3. So whatever the Mustangs have done, they have really knocked Mr. Baxter out of sync. He missed both free throws. And they're going to say that there's a lane violation by the Mustangs, and he'll get another try. So another chance at that free throw by Quentin Baxter. And he makes the most of it and knocks it down. And back to a 9-point game. Single-digit lead for the Mustangs with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Dylan Schwarting takes the basketball. He's guarded by Baxter. Man-to-man defense by Bridgeport. Mustangs trying to burn as much of this clock as they can. Kind of hard to stall for 8 minutes, but they're trying to do their best, and there's a steal by Wyatt Pankowski. Down the floor, Pankowski lays it up and in. Mustangs can't make mistakes here. 6:42 to go. Sean Combs has that one blocked out of bounds by Nelson, Andrew Nelson on the block, but it'll stay with the Mustangs. 6 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. Subs coming in for the Mustangs. That'll be Campbell and Ryan Schwarting. Rhett Conroy and Sean Combs to the bench. 6:38 to go, fourth quarter. Championship game of the Western Trails Conference Tournament. Stevens out and Logan Lynch back in for Bridgeport. It's been a battle the whole way. The Mustangs clinging now to a 7-point lead. They've led by as many as 11. And now the lead is 7. Ryan Schwarting around to Dylan Schwarting and back to Ryan. And back to a zone defense by Bridgeport. They're going to try and trap Ryan out there, and they've got it done. Picked up his dribble out near half court, converged upon by 3 Bulldogs, and the Mustangs have to spend a timeout to prevent the turnover. 30-second timeout by the Mustangs. And Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville is proud to sponsor the opportunity to take a half-court shot at every remaining boys basketball game this season at home for the Mustangs. They're trying to help student groups raise money. Buy your ticket for a chance at a half-court shot worth $500, courtesy of Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. And Hins Hardware in Rushville has a huge selection of items, including cookware, appliances, tools, and toys. They got a fabulous selection of bicycles. The weather is going to warm up at some point. It's a great time to stop in and get ready for the impending spring with a new bicycle from Hins Hardware in Rushville. 6 minutes, 19 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Mustangs lead it by 7. Jared Nelson drives to the baseline, cut off and finds Campbell into the corner for Dylan Schwarting. He'll drive in, kicks it out. Trace Bagan for 3. Good! Trace Bagan knocks it down. 8 points for him, 6 minutes left to go, and the lead is back to 10. Double digits for the Mustangs. Can they hang on for 6 minutes? Quentin Baxter, pull-up jumper. That one is short, tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Bulldog basketball. Coach Nelson was very concerned that the Mustangs would be able to hang with these Bulldogs given their size inside. Somehow they've done a great job of it today, especially considering the physical style of play here this afternoon. And against all odds, they're getting it done. 5:44 left to go in the fourth quarter. Over the top to Andrew Nelson. And a traveling call on Nelson will turn it back over to the Mustangs. Slid the pivot foot with 5:40 to go in the fourth quarter. And the Mustangs trying to nurse this 10-point lead for 5 minutes and 35 seconds in the fourth quarter. Lynch closely guarding Ryan Schwarting, and now Nelson to Bagan into the corner for Dylan Schwarting. Schwarting up top for Ryan Schwarting. Ryan on the dribble, works against Lynch, tries to get some space, and now Trace Bagan. Mustangs being very patient here. Ryan Schwarting, 5:10 to go, switches hands and hands it off to Jared Nelson. Corby Campbell hits the floor. Dylan Schwarting in. That pass tipped away by Nelson. Down the floor to Quentin Baxter, nifty behind the back move, lays it up and good. Quentin Baxter, a magician with the basketball that time, cuts the lead back to 8. Mustangs need to get some looks at the basket. I know they're trying to kill the clock, and there's another takeaway. That pass right into the hands of Wyatt Pankowski. And then they'll throw that one away. No, saved out of bounds off of the Mustangs. Pappas did a good job that time of tossing that out of bounds off of one of the Mustangs. 4 minutes, 39 seconds left to go. It's an 8-point Mustang lead, trying to hang on. Baxter with the long three-pointer. That one's off the front of the rim and no good. Dylan Schwarting clears the rebound for the Mustangs. 4:25 to go. Dylan Schwarting up the left side and across to Ryan. And that one's poked away from behind by Lynch. They get the takeaway. Bridgeport with another free possession. Mustangs haven't got a shot at the basket in a couple of minutes. And then Pankowski with a good tough shot inside, knocks it down. The score and the foul cuts the lead. And he'll have a chance at a 3-point play. They give that foul to Corby Campbell, and that is his second. So Pankowski at the free throw line. He's got 10 points today, 4:06 to go. It's a 6-point lead. And he makes it. The lead has been cut to 5. The Mustangs need to get some productive possessions as we still have 4 minutes left to go. Cross-court pass to Ryan Schwarting. Bridgeport really extending that defense out and trying to make it difficult for the Mustangs. 1 minute timeout called by the Mustangs. We'll take it with them. 3:54 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
So as we come down the stretch, let's take a look. Neither team with anybody in any serious foul trouble. John Pappas with 3 fouls for Bridgeport, and nobody else even close. There's several players with 2 fouls. But inside of 4 minutes to go, Mustangs hanging on to a 5-point lead. They need to find a way to get some looks at the basket. Going to be pretty hard to stall 4 minutes off the clock and nurse a 5-point lead. And they'll have the basketball with 3 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Brian Schwarting takes the pass, drives into the lane, kicks it out for Jared Nelson. Now he'll dribble over and get it back out to Ryan Schwarting. Mustangs going to take their time. They try to trap. Here's Trace Bagan on the wing. They go high post for Corby Campbell and back outside for Ryan Schwarting. They try to trap Ryan across to Jared Nelson. He drives in, leaves it for Corby Campbell. His shot is blocked, but that's a foul on Andrew Nelson, and that'll be his third. And that, folks, is just the second foul of the second half on the Bridgeport Bulldogs. So it puts Corby Campbell at the free throw line. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Has yet to score, and he misses that one. I'm sure that brace on that shooting hand doesn't help matters any. 3:29 left to go, 37-32, and finally he gets that one to fall. Pushes the lead back to 6, 2-possession game. And Baxter works against Ryan Schwarting. And Bridgeport is in the 1-and-1 bonus the rest of the way. Inside for Pankowski, now down low for Nelson, kicks it out. Pappas turns, finds Pankowski, spin move in the lane, and he traveled. Spinning down the lane, one too many steps. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs with the basketball in a 6-point lead. Now a 1-2-1-1 zone full court press. Mustangs break it easily. Dylan Schwarting over the top to Ryan, and across to Jared Nelson. Into the corner for Trace Bagan. Cross-court pass for Ryan. Ryan drives in. Now he'll pull it back out. 2:49 to go. Cross-court pass to Jared Nelson. Mustangs trying to just kill this clock. Trace Bagan back up top for Nelson. Jared Nelson drives in and hands it off to Ryan Schwarting. Ryan drives in. Little scoop, can't get it to fall. A little bit light on that. And they'll give it back to Bridgeport with 2:25 to go. 6-point lead for the Mustangs. Over the top to Baxter. Bridgeport with a lot of folks that can score. They're a very balanced team. Hard to take any one person away. Here's Stevens for 3. That one's off the mark, no good, but an offensive rebound by Pankowski. 2:10 to go. Gonna be a great finish. Pappas down the lane. Finger roll won't go. Rebounded by Trace Bagan. Flips it out to Jared Nelson. 2 minutes left to go in the game. And the Mustangs lead it by 6. Jared Nelson will dribble it back out, loses his feet, and a timeout called. Nelson hit the deck, lost a sneaker in the process, hits the deck, and the Mustangs are able to get the timeout call with 1:55 left to go in this game. What a finish here. Did you know that Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? They represent a variety of insurance companies, and they sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of their clients. As an independent agent, they review many quotes, and they offer their clients the best policy options available. We don't work for any one insurance company. They work for you at Strong Insurance in downtown Gordon. And the First National Bank in Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. That is the First National Bank in Gordon. So we are right down to it, folks. It's going to be a fantastic finish. However this thing finishes up, the Mustangs have acquitted themselves well today against the top-seeded Bridgeport Bulldogs. Outmatched physically, but they have done a great job of hanging in here. They have not trailed in this game. They've led by as many as 13, but that lead has been cut to 6. 1:55 left to go fourth quarter. 8 fouls, though, for the Mustangs, and just 2 for Bridgeport. So Bridgeport will be shooting on every foul by the Mustangs the rest of the way. Man-to-man defense now by Bridgeport, really trying to increase that defensive pressure. Ryan Schwarting drives in, loses the handle, battle for it. Somehow Trace Bagan comes away with it. And now is this going to be a jump ball? It is. A held ball, and the Mustangs have the possession arrow. 1 minute, 36 seconds left to go. The Mustangs have got to take care of this basketball. Stevens will check in for Bridgeport. Coming to the scorer's table late. Stevens in. Ryan Schwarting gets it into Dylan Schwarting. And he gets it across to Corby Campbell. Top of the key to Ryan Schwarting, dribbles out of trouble. 1:25 to go, behind the back, and a foul called on Logan Lynch. Logan Lynch commits his second. And we may get into the kind of a position here pretty quick where Bridgeport needs to commit a bunch of fouls in order to make the Mustangs shoot. Timeout called by Bridgeport. 1 minute, 25 seconds left to go. A full 1 minute timeout. We'll take it with them. Mustangs by 6. 58 seconds left.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
Well, holy cow, folks, it doesn't get much better than this. Under 2 minutes to go. The Mustangs have a 6-point lead over the top-seeded Bridgeport Bulldogs, shaping up to be a fantastic finish. The Mustangs with 8 fouls, so Bridgeport will shoot the rest of the way. Bridgeport, though, with just 3 fouls, so they won't be able to put the Mustangs at the line if they need to for quite a while here. Ryan Schwarting looks to get it in, over the top to Dylan Schwarting, and Quentin Baxter reaches in and gives the foul, gets him one closer. Baxter with just his 3rd foul, and that is the 4th now on Bridgeport. Bridgeport's going to have to try and extend this game by fouling pretty quick. 1 minute, 23 seconds left to go. And they can afford to be pretty aggressive on these inbounds passes and try to get the steal, as they need the fouls anyway. Schwarting gets it in to Nelson in the corner, across court to Dylan Schwarting. 1:20 to go. Dylan avoids the double team and the trap, brings it into the front court, and hands it off to Ryan Schwarting. Schwarting working against Lynch. 1:09 to go. Gets it off to Dylan Schwarting. Dylan gets it across to Ryan. Ryan trying to just dribble out of trouble, and there's a foul by Logan Lynch, and that'll be his third. 1 minute on the dot left to go in this one. Mustangs lead it by 6, trying to be the giant killers here tonight. The Mustang girls knocked off top-seeded Hemmingford yesterday. The boys trying to follow suit this afternoon and take down the top-seeded Bridgeport Bulldogs. John Pappas out of the game. Into the game comes Austin Hartman for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. 5 team fouls now on Bridgeport. Still 2 away from putting the Mustangs at the line. Dylan Schwarting takes that inbounds pass, and he'll work against Quentin Baxter. Crosses the timeline, breaks Baxter's ankles on that fake. Baxter hit the deck, and now a foul by Logan Lynch, and that'll be his 4th. So Logan Lynch now with 4 fouls, and that is the 6th on Bridgeport. 48.7 seconds left to go. And the Mustangs are going to have to make some free throws down the stretch. 48 seconds left to go. Jared Nelson takes the inbounds pass. He's the one the Mustangs want shooting, and the Bridgeport Bulldogs will oblige. Wyatt Pankowski gives the foul, and that is just his first, but it puts Jared Nelson at the free throw line, and this is where championships are won. He is 1 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. 1-on-1 situation for Jared Nelson. Hartman out, and Stevens back in. The Bulldogs trying to get some offense. Stevens has been good from behind the arc so far this afternoon. 44.8 seconds left to go in this one. Mustangs by 6. Jared Nelson at the free throw line. He's got the first part of a 1-on-1. And that one falls off no good. Rebounded by Pankowski with 43 seconds left to go. Andrew Nelson. Mustangs are going to provide some full court pressure. Mustangs cannot afford to foul here. Nelson to Pankowski. That's taken away. Ball loose on the floor. They get it back to Baxter. NBA three-pointer. That's off the back iron. No good. Pankowski with the rebound. 26 seconds left to go. Pankowski with the 3. That one's off the front of the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Bridgeport. It'll be Mustang basketball with 21.5 seconds left to go here. The Mustangs will have to get this ball inbounded. Logan Lynch in, Stevens out. Bridgeport playing the matchups, trying to get the defense on the floor. Bad place to inbound from. They get it into Nelson, and he'll have the opportunity to make some free throws again. 20.5 seconds left to go in this 4th quarter. The Mustangs have led the whole way. And now, Jared Nelson at the free throw line as Logan Lynch fouls out. That's the 5th foul on Logan Lynch. And Jared Nelson needs to make 1 free throw here and make this a 3-possession game with 20 seconds left. Jared Nelson is 1 for 3 from the free throw line, and that one is good. And that is a huge free throw. It's a 3-possession game with 20 seconds left. The Mustangs have nursed this lead the whole way. Nelson's second free throw, the high arcing shot, finds its way home. 40-32. Pankowski down the floor. Mustangs do not need to foul here, can't foul, and a blocking foul is exactly what they get. With 15 seconds left to go, Jared Nelson commits the foul, and you can't afford to let Bridgeport chip away at this lead with the clock not running. Andrew Nelson heads to the free throw line. He's 0 for 1 today. Hartman in and Stevens out. 1-on-1 opportunity for Andrew Nelson. First one is good. Mustangs are going to have to take care of this basketball. It's a 7-point Mustang lead with 15.4 left. Nelson's second free throw finds its way home. It's a 2-possession game. Trace Bagan to inbound it. Gets it into Dylan Schwarting. Dylan across to Ryan Schwarting. Ryan is trapped, tipped out of bounds, or do we have a foul called? We got a foul. Ryan Schwarting will head to the free throw line with 9.3 seconds left to go. They give that foul, I believe, to John Pappas, and that is his 4th. Ryan Schwarting at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. As Stevens back in and Hartman out. Shorting with a chance to push this back to a 3-possession game, which would make it almost insurmountable with 9 seconds left to go. First free throw up, and it won't go. Battle for the rebound, saved by Corby Campbell, and that will do it. 4-3-2, a final foul by Andrew Nelson. That'll be his 4th. 2.1 seconds left. A 6-point lead for the Mustangs, and Ryan Schwarting back at the free throw line. 2 seconds left in a 2-possession game. The Mustangs are going to do the unthinkable, and they are going to take down the #1 seed, a Mustang team for the 2nd time in 2 days. This is pretty well academic here. First free throw is up, and it is no good. One more coming. As the Mustangs now in the double bonus. That was the 10th foul by Bridgeport. So one more here. That one's off the back iron, no good. Tipped out to Schwarting. He'll flip it out to Dylan Schwarting. And the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs are your Western Trails Conference champions. Congratulations. What a game. Against all odds, they come out on top by a final score of 40-34. We're going to do our best not to unplug ourselves and bring you the championship trophy presentation here momentarily. We'll try and do some math and come up with some final scoring totals for you here. Bear with us. We'll just run down the line. Ryan Schwarting finished with just 9 points. Dylan Schwarting finished with 3. Corby Campbell with 1. Trace Bagan finished with 8. Jared Nelson with 1 free throw in the first half. Finished strong. He finished with 8 points. Sean Combs finished with 5. So a balanced attack by the Mustangs today. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, John Pappas finished with 3. Eric Stevens with 8. Wyatt Pankowski with 11. Quentin Baxter with 6. Isaiah Mancias with 2. And Andrew Nelson with 4. Only one player for either team when in double digits. That's Wyatt Pankowski with 11. 3 Mustangs. Ryan Schwarting with 9, Trace Bagan with 8, and Jared Nelson with 8. What a balanced attack. They did a fantastic job of shutting down Quentin Baxter. He finished with just 6 points, 9 points below his season average. Folks, it's been a great ride down here in Scottsbluff. We're glad you could join us for it. Happy to have you along. And we'll bring you this trophy presentation. I know we're going to have a lot of traffic in front of us, but please bear with us as we bring you the championship trophy presentation. They're now giving out the 2nd place medals to the Bridgeport Bulldogs. A hard-fought game for Bridgeport today. It just wasn't their day. They're certainly going to go on and do some very good things in Class C2, and of course they'll have a chance for some revenge. Next Friday night, they travel to Gordon. It'll be one heck of a rematch when the Bulldogs show up in Gordon next Friday night. Our final broadcast of the season will be, or of the regular season, will be next Saturday. We'll be on the road, both boys and girls varsity action in Morrill. That's next Saturday. The Mustangs travel to Morrill to wrap up the regular season. And now the presentation for your Western Trails Conference champion, Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Ryan Schwarting takes the trophy. And a hard-fought, well-earned victory for the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs this evening. Let's turn it over to the public address announcer.
Secondary treasurer of the conference is Mo Hanks. That's up in special for you and for your team members as well. Introducing the team members. Number 2, Morgan Hurlbert. Number 3, Ryan Swarting. Number 4, Dylan Swarting. Number 5, Corbin Bailey. Number 10, Brady Bolander. Number 12, Cody Campbell. Number 21, Carson Hinds. Number 22, Trace Megan. Number 23, Brett Conroy. Number 24, Jared Nelson. Number 30, Adiki Sato. Number 35, Sean Combs. Number 40, Lane Meeks. Congratulations to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. 2016 Western Trails Conference champions.
So there is the awards presentation. The Gordon-Rushville Mustangs are your 2016 Western Trails Conference champions. And in case you missed it earlier, the Gordon-Rushville Mustang girls took down the Kimball Longhorns by a final score of 60-39. It's a sweep, a weekend sweep down here in Scottsbluff at Cougar Palace on the campus of WNCC for the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs this weekend. What a weekend. It was an awful lot of fun. We're glad that you could enjoy it with us. For cameraman Jesse Moss and for Jacob Grover, our broadcast engineer, I am Clint Anderson. Thank you very much for joining us here this weekend. Glad to have you along with us. And make sure you tune in next Saturday night. The Mustangs conclude the regular season as they travel to Morrill to finish it up before they get ready for sub-district play. And we look forward to bringing that to you as well. Final score from Scottsbluff, it's the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs 40 and the Bridgeport Bulldogs 34. Boys and girls Western Trails Conference Tournament champions.